the mic still on?
You got Ken and Beezy, Sophie and Mike, feet for a ride. The people want to know, is the mic still on? I'm saying.
Thank you for listening to a new episode of the Is the Mic Still On podcast. My name is Kenneth Beans. Joining me on the show, we got Modest Media.
What up? How you, man?
I'm good, bro. FIFO 24/7.
What it do? Feel like
Bloodbath, huh?
About to say, I feel like I'm back for the first time.
Damn, it has been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I'm glad we were able to work this out.
Oh, okay, because you've been on Dead End, but you haven't been on Is the Mic. Yeah, that's
and
great.
barely got on Dead End.
You barely got on Dead End.
Yep. No Mike, no B, no Sophie.
Damn, what type of podcast we got?
Well, shit, we got one that's gonna hold it down until they get back.
Oh wow! Hey, got that chemistry.
Yeah, that was good.
That was what I'm saying.
I like how you. I like that handle. That was good.
Man,
That's Bloodbath and Saquon. What up, fellas?
we out here.
What's up?
That's
What's up?
hilarious.
Go ahead and let the people know what you guys do.
I'll let them know. So
Go ahead.
this is Saquon right here, aka Quanzilla. You know what I'm saying? One half of the Hold Down podcast. You know what I mean? The sumo with the ugly over there.
Word.
You know what I mean? What you do, bloody?
All right, you already heard from our co-host, the great Quan the Baptist himself, but you already know what it is with me. Our podcast is all about battle rap and battle rap shenanigans, you know, everything hip-hop related, and then we always do Artist of the Week at the end. Right now, we've been reviewing battle rapper albums. Those videos have been pretty fun. People only want to talk about their battles and never talk about their music because they still are artists at the end of the day. They make music.
Word.
And they've been better than we expected. We expected them to be hot garbage, but so far they haven't been bad yet.
Yeah. Who's been the best album so far to y'all?
It's surprising every week, right? So
That's a fact.
So even battle rappers we don't like make decent music. So somebody like Shotgun Suge, I've never been impressed with. as a rapper.
Ever.
His mixtape is pretty good.
Really?
I know, right? That's what I said when I listened to it. I was very impressed with his mixtape because he stayed in his lane. Because he's an up north Jersey dude, so he stuck to beats that fit that style, and he rapped on like beats that are considered classic beats too. So he kept it simple and just rapped. He didn't try to do too much, and they were good songs. And then even another person I'm not a big fan of. We reviewed Hitman Holla's most recent project, and it was pretty good too. I was like, "What?"
Yep.
Like, it's almost more. I prefer that
Probably
more.
felt some type of way about Joe Budden talking about him.
The tape,
Y'all remember that?
the tape was called "Prove Him Wrong."
I said, see? Yeah, I had a feeling, yeah. I feel like he did too.
He did pretty good, but like I'd rather hear him on the beat than acapella at this point. Because
Where we also, you know, one of our favorite battlers, Geechee Gotti, least favorite tape, bro. At least to me. I wasn't messing with it.
it was okay. It could have been better.
Y'all checked out any Marv stuff yet?
Not yet, but B told me to.
Marv makes good albums, bro. Like he actually makes good albums as a battle rapper.
He almost doesn't sound like a battle rapper at all. Like if you were to listen to his projects, you wouldn't think he battle rap.
Yeah, I'm the same way with like if I know you're good at the music thing, I try to wait because like somebody like Sue Surf, I listen to his music anyway. So like I've been avoiding reviewing those on the show because I know he makes good music.
Yeah.
I'm trying to listen to people who I'm not familiar with their music as much. But I've heard B tell me that I need to listen to Marv. So.
Yeah, Marv shit's hard.
Might have found our next choice.
Word.
Yeah, man. Check out Marv stuff, man. But
Yeah, he just dropped a clip on Twitter. That shit sounded dope too.
he dope. He's super dope. Detroit. Damn, man, y'all making me want to come on the show. Shit. Damn. That's what's up. Hey, record every week.
We do record every week.
We out
the reviews come out on Wednesdays and the full episodes come out on Mondays.
You dig? For sure.
That's the schedule.
All right, cool.
Cool. Well, if you guys love what you hear, become a patron, man. We put out an extended version of the show, but you know the main course are the videos. You guys get a chance to see us, and react to stuff. And I love seeing people comment on certain reactions they saw. Like they were laughing at Mike and I 2 episodes ago. We were cracking up about something I can't remember, but I just love seeing that. And if you want to know get a feel for what that looks like, just go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/isthemic still on, and you get a chance to see what the videos are like, and shout out to everybody that came through for the live special. The very first Is the Mic Still On live special. Got a lot of good feedback from that.
That was the second one. We did Halloween.
Oh yeah. I meant to say Thanksgiving live special.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So we definitely gonna try to keep that tradition going. Next year. So we have a whole year to plan.
Yes, we do.
On what that special can be. So
we gotta do Christmas really too.
Dope. We have to do Christmas.
That's tricky.
Yeah.
Very. Because we don't know who's gonna be in town, do we?
It depends on what day. If we do it like like a week, maybe a week before or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's on the schedule. I heard forgot what day it is myself. And I just said it like to Jay like 10 minutes ago.
On the 12th?
That's possible.
That's a Sunday? Okay.
Yeah.
It could work.
Right there, he owned it.
Yeah,
he just wrote it down.
The calendar man.
Which actually is a Batman villain. Is that a Batman villain?
Calendar man? Yeah,
What?
Really?
Yeah, it is. Edward Julian Day. He only commits crimes on like certain holidays.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's crazy. Yeah, Batman has a wild list of villains. That they only
Calendar man? Yeah. It sounded like a villain. Yeah. I never heard of Buddy.
Yeah, that's like the long Halloween is like his biggest thing. Yeah.
Then I have one question. You ever committed a crime on Juneteenth?
Oh, wow.
I doubt it.
All right, he cool with me. I gotta smoke with him. Leave that day alone. You feel me?
Right. Anyway, the show is broken up into 5 parts. We do facts only, weekly recommendations, and we jump into topics, and we start closing the show out with comic commentary and our Pass the Mic segment. We didn't have any facts only.
That's good.
That's good. Before he been here, man.
Yeah. He was here last week, but I think because it was a live, I think that helped out. We really didn't jump into. I thought there may have been some corrections about Kyle or Ahmad, but I didn't see any. So far, at least. And I was just going through the YouTube thing. I didn't see anything like that, and so far 6,000 people have watched that video, which is fucking dope.
Which one? Live?
Yeah.
I think I saw that. Yeah, that is dope.
Yeah, so that's actually pretty good since last fucking Wednesday. Weekly recommendations though. Anyone have any?
Hold It Down podcast. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want that battle rap, you know what I'm saying? Plus not into the music review joints.
Yep.
Hold It Down every Monday and Wednesday.
Yep. What he said.
Expeditiously.
That's not what the word means.
That's not what the word means.
That's hilarious. How long are y'all shows?
The reviews are like 20 minutes. Our episodes all depend on how long Quan wants to talk.
I was looking at wonder if he was going to tell the truth.
Oh yeah, Kevin doesn't lie. Like, bro, I'll be ready. All right, we could probably knock out the news and the review like a hot 45. An hour and a half later, Quan would still be talking about random stuff that was not on the docket at all. I'd be like, Quan, how did we start talking about cranberry sauce?
Listen, I get a little expressive. You feel me?
What's the breakdown of your show?
So it usually starts off with hip hop shenanigans, aka Quan's favorite part of the show. That's like our news segment, right?
Yeah.
And then we do an actual battle review. Depending on how many battles we're reviewing that week, it's like no more than like 3 usually. Depends on how long the battles are. Or if it's an event, we'll go through the whole event. So then during the reviews, it's either if we're doing a whole event, we just like give general overviews of the battles, like all right, cool. But if we're only doing a couple, we'll actually score the battles and like give ratings and everything. We got a whole grading system.
And I'll write down my favorite bars and whatnot.
Yep, and then he recites a couple of the best bars from the battles.
It's a dope format, man.
Yeah. And then we ended off with our artist of the week, where we just talk about artists we've been listening to in our own personal time.
Yeah, and lately we've been doing a little segment since I know he's not he ain't a gossip girl, so he don't really like talking about news topics like that. Especially if the week has been dry or it's been all serious stuff. We've been giving like artists their flowers. So like for example, me and Bloodbath are fans of YG. You know what I'm saying? And, they had the battle and whatnot, which I wasn't there for, but I heard shenanigans went down. But we just took time to recall our experience with the artist. You know what I'm saying? Like what it's like when we first listened to dude, what we thought of dude, if he progressed, if he went down, if he lost it and got it back. You know what I'm saying?
We do a deep dive into their discography. Like we like to go like album by album, mixtape by mixtape, like see where they were around that time, and if they've got, like he said, if they've got any better. So.
Yeah, just take a moment to give artists flowers while they can still smell them.
Yeah, we've done YG, we've done T-Pain, of course, because T-Pain campaign. I always got to talk about my guy out here.
Still in full effect.
And then
every day
we did Lupe, and we did probably like 2 or 3 other people so far. But that's only with a slow news week.
Big Sean.
Yeah,
we've done a few.
How long y'all gonna keep this T-Pain thing going?
Until T-Pain come on the show. What?
Forever. Shoot, even afterwards.
Exactly.
He might come back. spin the block.
So if we here next year at the same time and this nigga still ain't responded,
that means I gotta try something different. That's all that means.
You feel me?
like maybe stopping the campaign.
No.
That sounds like quitting.
You know what I mean? That's
I mean, you know, at some point.
I feel like it's more of we just got to find we're finding where he's at and find out to get into his ear. It's not the issue of he won't want to do it. I don't think that's what it is at all. So if you know T-Pain, you know where to get to T-Pain. You let us know.
You dig?
You know what I'm saying? We can holler at him.
You know what I mean? We findable.
Exactly.
Discoverable.
We already know that he don't really check his messages and stuff like that.
That was
right?
on IG.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was his IG messages. He said that he does not check those. You're right.
He like, you're right.
I can't deny that. He said he admitted it on video that he don't check those.
They be important emails too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He's talking about important messages.
I was just wondering if you know, if that applies elsewhere and he actually would even
I
see
followed
this
through
stuff.
on all the outlets that I know he checks. I went through his business email. I at him on every post.
You feel me?
So I do what I can.
Hey, when the love is real, the love don't stop. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? We love T-Pain.
With
Love
that
is
guy.
forever, huh?
For real, for real.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Saquon, you 100% black?
I'm about to do my ancestry one of these days.
Okay, 'cause I'm looking at the hair. Yep.
Indian or something, this motherfucker, bro. Nigga, Native
I
American.
know, man. The skin a little, you know, the color.
Man. You say you got cinnamon in your tent, bro.
Redfoot tribe.
I wasn't prepared for that. I thought he was gonna ask him something else.
I knew exactly why he
He
asked.
jumped straight there. You ain't all black. Is you?
I knew exactly what he was about to say.
That was a curveball right
Yeah,
there.
it really was. I didn't see that coming at all.
No, we
Hey
I'm
man,
gonna figure it out.
hey, watch the podcast, man, so you can see Saquon's hair, man. You know what I'm saying?
You can see it develop. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Any hair care lines out there want to sponsor you?
Yeah, I've been looking at it for a minute. I like it. Yeah, but
Damn,
anyway.
he got some good ass hair. What was that? Kevin Hart, like, man, he got some pretty ass eyes. It was on what's it? Man of Hollywood or some shit like
Real
that.
Housewives of Hollywood.
Yeah. He was talking about the boxer. Who was the fucking boxer with the what's his name? I can't remember his
Oh
name.
man,
I used to watch that show too.
He's like, nigga, you got some pretty ass eyes, nigga. Like the way he said, he tried to say it hard.
Man, anybody watch that Red Notice show movie?
I plan to watch it because
I was watching that, man. I found myself laughing more than I thought I
was
would.
entertained.
I'm watching that.
I was entertained.
Oh man, Ryan Reynolds is a fool.
Straight fool, man.
Man.
oh yeah, I gotta see.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a fun watch.
Yep.
I said that.
Yep.
I said
Yep.
that. It's a fun
100%.
The Rock only makes good movies.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
you
Ryan-
watched it? I'm sure.
Not yet, but I'm watching today.
What?
It's on my list.
You ain't
I
seen,
was-
we told you ain't a real rock fan.
Nah, he ain't.
We told you.
challenged.
He
my boy.
ain't.
We told you.
More evidence.
No, I was busy preaching the rock gospel with my family. I was putting them on his tequila because they ain't never had
All
it.
right. But you wasn't telling them to watch the show though.
Gotcha.
Because they was busy watching Christmas movies, man. My grandma was shotgunning Christmas movies the whole time I was there, back to back to back.
This how I know. This how I know if it's real. Have you watched Jungle Cruise?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It might be
The
real.
only rock movie I didn't watch was like that Tooth Fairy movie he did.
Oh,
But other than that, I watch everything he does.
damn.
Yeah, the two
I've seen all of Ballers. That was a pretty good show.
That was a good show.
That was like his best acting, low key.
Ballers is so bad.
Why?
Bad.
It
did
with
look bad.
the way it was filmed, or
I don't know, not the way it was filmed, but I watched it. I forgot what came on before or came on after it. Because I remember I would turn the television to it, and then Ballers was on. I was like, "What is this?" or whatever. Because I would, you know how you what
It's the lead in. It was the lead in.
yeah.
It was the lead
what
into another
program
show.
does it come on?
HBO.
So it might have been Insecure.
Yeah, it was Insecure.
Yeah, it was Insecure. So when I was go try to watch Insecure, that would be on. I'm like, oh, what is this?
Why was it bad, Ken?
I thought it was pretty good.
I mean, I didn't even give it a chance, so I'm not gonna say it's not good.
Yeah. I'm not coming. You know what I'm saying? No vitriol that way.
Yeah.
Nah, it's from what I saw. I didn't like the acting. The storylines looked whack. It looked like a ripoff of Any Given Sunday. Like they just serialized that
I
shit.
feel like Any Given Sunday was more on the field. This show is about all the stuff that happens
Off the
around.
field.
It
Yeah.
was all about the off the field drama. People trying to get bigger and better contracts. and like people getting traded and stuff. Like people almost getting kicked off of teams for their shenanigans. Like it was a lot going on.
Yes, one of the biggest things that I liked about the show, like especially like in corporate America, they always say this phrase. I can't fucking stand this phrase, but there is some truth to it. Perception is reality. That show dealt with a lot of perception. Because The Rock's character was never really where he wanted to be, either in his football career or his after football career, but it's like he always presented the perception of something bigger until he got there.
Like Cash Money.
What do you mean?
Cash Money, that's what they did. They didn't never have all the shit they was rapping about, but
of course. but that's part of the thing that I liked about it, because you saw the perseverance in The Rock's character, and the acting. I'm not gonna say it was stellar, but it wasn't bad either. Like I've seen worse shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't bad. And the only thing I didn't like about the storylines, Ken, 30 minutes wasn't a long enough time. Like I felt that there were certain characters and certain things that they could have went more in depth with that they didn't because of time constraints.
Was this Denzel's son's debut?
Yes.
John David Washington was all over that show. I don't know if that was his debut, but he got better as the show went on.
Yes, it wasn't his debut. I think he was in other stuff, but to me, him and then the dude that's in Power 50s.
I don't watch Power.
Kanan.
He's in it?
Yeah. Marvin.
Oh, he's in it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember y'all saying that.
Yeah. And to me, Denzel's character and Marvin, those were the two best ones.
Yeah, Marvin be killing it.
Yeah, he do. He do.
If y'all haven't watched Power Book 3, Raising Kanan.
Are we going to do the Tariq one? Because you know that one just came back.
They was talking about it.
Yeah, we were actually just talking about
Was I on that one?
Yeah. Yeah, we did it because
I jumped off the shit like
man.
we gotta pick it back up, man. We can't just end it like that.
I didn't even know y'all had ended it. I didn't know y'all had finished it.
Well, the season ended. It just restarted.
No, I'm saying like I didn't know
we kept going.
Yeah, I know y'all had kept going once. I think me, Mike, and Nate dropped off of it. I think.
Yeah. Nah,
who is it? Me, you, and Nick?
Just me, you, and Nick, bro. Yep, we held it. We did it on there.
You didn't want to hold it down?
I didn't.
I noticed that too.
Yeah, I did.
That nigga canceled. We done enough advertising.
Hey, kid, old school. He's like, look, I already did the show once. I ain't doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? I know my limits.
Yep. But all right, cool. Well, there you go. Check out the Hold It Down podcast. Check out Ballers. And as well, I guess. And check out Frames. We're probably gonna pick up Tyreek. They can watch the show at least. They don't have to sit through it.
You're right.
They can just watch it as as is.
I might make a guest appearance on the Tyreek joint because I finished the first one. So I've been tempted to see it through. But yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see.
Yeah,
I might pop up on y'all one day. One night,
you might be able to take my spot.
Have you restarted?
Nah, my wife told me that it came back, and the same reaction I'm having right now I have with her. I'm like,
yeah, I haven't. I see it pop up, but I haven't started watching it either. So yeah,
because Raising Kanan was so good.
I know, and that's the issue. It's like, how do you go back?
We need to end this, man.
Yep. Hopefully this is the last one. Cause yeah. So anyway, let's jump into topics. What y'all want to talk about? Who got something?
I got something.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say we can start with the guest, but yeah.
Because he like one.
I got two, but they're real quick. Like I don't think we're gonna go in depth with them. But one of them, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene pushes bill to give Congressional Gold Medal to Kyle Rittenhouse. Did y'all see that?
I saw that shit.
Is that real?
Yes. Yeah. So look, earlier this week, Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene introduced a bill to award Kyle Rittenhouse the Congressional Gold Medal for protecting the community of Kenosha, Wisconsin during Black Lives Matter riot on August 25th, 2020. The Congressional Gold Medal is the highest honor Congress can award to an individual or institution. While it is implausible the bill will go anywhere in the Democratic-controlled House and Senate, and has no co-sponsors, Green felt the honor is deserved.
Where's this posted?
I caught this off of Baller Alert on IG.
Because it's funny that, not funny, but they said the wording of a Black Lives Matter riot.
Yes.
Did you catch that?
Yes. Yeah. And it was, that was in quotation. So whatever source that they used, that was exact wording. So I thought that was very interesting, the wording of the Black Lives Matter riot. But when I saw this shit, I was like, like, oh my God. Like, are we seriously going to honor this kid, this child, this young adult for killing, what was it, 2 people and injuring one other?
Mm-hmm. I think the answer is no. I would be curious to see if the Senate wasn't Democratic controlled, if that bill would actually go through. But the fact that it has no co-sponsors, I think, says a lot. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is just trying to get her Trump on. She's known for doing kind of off the wall stuff like this and just trying to appeal to a certain base. And I hope they know that a lot of them motherfuckers done died because of COVID. I don't know if they're gonna get any new people, but I think that's what it is. Like, it's interesting because he's been on like his world tour, U.S. tour. He was just on Tucker Carlson, who I was kind of reading up on that, and it looked like Tucker was trying to do Tucker things, and Kyle was kind of going a little bit of the opposite or steering clear of that. Like, he even went on Tucker's show and was like, I support the Black Lives Matter movement, which I'm sure Tucker didn't want to hear, or the base didn't want to hear. But what people are saying is that you have to take that with a grain of salt, is because he's probably just trying to, dispel the notion that he's racist. But I think most of that stuff comes because we saw you flash the white supremacy sign, the OK sign, and we saw you were with the Proud Boys, and we saw all of these things. So it's not like we made this shit up, because you didn't kill any black people. You killed white people who were in support of the movement, I suppose. I don't know. But that's what you did. But then you were caught, photographed, and with the Proud Boys and stuff like that. So we didn't make the shit up. So yeah. So I got upset about that, but I gotta realize I had to kind of walk it back and calm myself, because I just gotta realize America's gonna try to do what America does, and that's what she is, man. I don't want this to get under my skin, but yeah, that's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy as fuck. Because like my biggest thing was, okay, fine. They claim self-defense, the video shows all okay, fine. But this man crossed state lines with loaded weapons.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like, the more I think about, even during it, I was thinking like, this man was a juvenile. This man had illegal weapons in his possession as a juvenile. This man crossed state lines as a juvenile, and he shot 2 people in self-defense as a juvenile. There has to be, because he crossed state lines, some type of federal law to be able to get this guy.
100%. And the more and more
What's not true?
I thought
so. At the time that he had the guns, he was staying with it. He was living with his dad.
I don't think he was living with his dad. I think he was visiting his dad. He was in Wisconsin.
He was visiting his dad.
I don't know what y'all saying. Like, it's just the media, because that's why CNN and NBC they call it trial. They knew he's gonna get all facts they had in the beginning, or the facts anymore. And like, the way we know it is not the way it was.
But he's still not a citizen of Kenosha. No. He still lives
in Ohio
with his mom in Ohio.
Yeah, but if those guns were his dad's guns or in his dad's possession, and he literally went 30 minutes down the road, then I don't know. It's fucked up.
All of us get fucked up, and then the way the law is stated, he didn't break the law.
Because he was already visiting his dad there. Okay. I got fact check live on the show. Appreciate it, Jalen. Apparently he was in Kenosha visiting his dad at the time this happened. went down the street or wherever, got the guns that were already in Kenosha, and went and shot some people in self-defense.
I didn't know any of those.
I wasn't aware.
That's cool, but I guarantee you that we know if you put some blackface on that man.
I'm about to say
under the jail.
The fact that he didn't live there, they will find something. They always do.
Man, if I was visiting my cousins and then go slide on the ops, they ain't gonna try to give that law to me.
But the DOJ is still looking into it though. But I think they're looking into what were they looking into? No. DOJ is actually looking into a mod shit. Yeah.
Would you feel the type of way if he does get this congressional medal?
He not. But I would be bothered, and if we're talking about if he did, I'd be bothered by it because it's like they're congratulating foolishness. But I mean, that's not something that's unheard of in this country. So it would just be a bad look. But I mean, our country don't really care about bad looks no more. So I don't know. It would be stupid.
Yeah. All right. I kind of been over it. I mean, because I had a feeling that this whole shit was gonna go this way to begin with. So. It's just more added shit to the bullshit, basically. So for me, it's like, whatever. Give him a fucking medal. Do whatever you want to do. Give him a fucking parade. I really don't care. Like at this point, it's just like y'all already show. It's the shit. The thing has already been done. You know what I'm saying? You let them off. So anything you do after this, it's just added shit to me. Like it's not gonna affect me any more, any less. You know what I mean? At this point, because it's like. It was just crazy, man. To watch that dude in court, fake crying like that, and then all this other shit, the whole juror situation. Yeah. It's just, man. It's just, I'm just whatever, man. Do what y'all do, man.
Him fake crying, his mother smiling, because it's been flagrant. That's all. It's been flagrant.
Yeah, and this man, and to think about it, this man killed white people.
That's the one thing that I was like, yo, it might get him. He hurt me.
Nah, white people don't care about white people like that.
That and then white people supported black people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like fuck them. They're ops anyway. Yeah, they're not really white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They'll sacrifice their own for the greater cause, man. That's what white supremacy does. Yeah. Nah.
They did it back in the day.
Yeah, look at history, bro.
Look at history. Yeah, they killed white people that was on the side side of us. Yeah, they didn't fuck with them.
I think in Selma, it was a white people got killed. That's how that shit popped off. Yeah. It wasn't because of black people. I think somebody white got killed and they got picked up by the news and they were like, okay, this shit is fucking crazy. But Rod's right. They were lynching and burning white folks just as they were black people.
In support of black people.
You know how dangerous it was to be called a nigger lover back in the day?
Oh, yeah. That's as bad as a nigger.
That's bad, yeah. Like, you got to go too.
Probably worse. Because you are white. You're like, oh, wait a minute.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah. It's crazy. So,
modern day of that shit. Right there. Modern day of that shit. So it's like crazy.
Black Lives Matter, right?
Yep. When I saw that word,
I just hope something really bad happens to her.
So you talking about
Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Say how you really feel.
Yeah, no, I do. Her and Trump. I want something really bad to happen to them. Man.
He said it with a slight smile too.
He did. He's cynic over here.
Yeah, he almost went Dennis the Man. He's like, I hope something bad happened to her.
All right, the second topic I have y'all seen where North Korea sentenced death after a student smuggled Squid Games into the country?
Yes.
What? No way.
Yeah.
By a gunfire.
Yeah. So look, Pete.
This won't happen.
Okay. You know North Korea crazy as fuck, right?
I do know that.
All right, so let me.
Boy, if they gun this kid, read the story.
Let me read it. North Korea has made it known it does not approve of Netflix's Squid Game. Now, the country is cracking down when it comes to its citizens watching the hit show. Apparently, a North Korean man received a death sentence after smuggling copies of the show and selling them to students. Squid Game gained popularity in the U.S. for its violence and brutal storyline. The show features 456 debt-laden people competing for 4.56 billion won, or 38.3 million of prize money in brutal survival games. The games feature two outcomes: advancement or death. Though Netflix has made it clear the South Korean hit show is fictional, North Korea disapproved of the show and banned it for a while. According to Radio Free Asia, North Korean authorities caught several high school students watching Squid Game. Apparently, a smuggler brought a copy back from China and sold USB flash drives that contained the series. The smuggler received a death sentence, while the students caught with the show received lesser consequences. North Korea passed a law last year, elimination of reactionary thought and culture, which prohibits citizens from engaging in media like TV shows, film, plays, etc., and even music from capitalist countries, specifically South Korea.
How do you do that? Like, how do you ban,
because your name is Kim Jong-un.
Yeah. No. I'm just saying, but like, how do you shut that shit down with cellular devices, with internet?
So that's the thing about North Korea. North Korea doesn't have any access to the outside world, so they don't have internet. They don't how we live life. They don't live life there.
Oh, okay.
Everything is controlled by Kim Jong-un. Like there's no access to outside.
They treat him like an actual god. Like,
yes.
I didn't realize
the supreme leader. He makes all the rules.
Yep.
Everything they do comes through him. So their view of the outside world is whatever he says goes. So they probably don't know what our life is like.
No, not at all.
Word.
They just only know what they've heard from him.
So how do they know? So how do they even know about Squid Games?
I'm assuming somebody might have traveled there with it.
Well, you got to remember Kim Jong-un is, he's a global leader.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So obviously he knows about the outside world, but the people that he governs don't.
Well, that's
like
what
he controls.
How do you be intrigued by Squid Games if you don't know that Squid Games exists?
He knows Squid Games.
I know
exist.
he does. I'm talking about the people.
How did the people find out about it? I'm guessing it might have been one of those, like, because you can still travel there. Not like they'll watch you like a dog. They're like, all right, you going to the bathroom? We going too type shit.
Yep.
But either I'm guessing maybe somebody, I don't know, personally.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, it might have been like a word of mouth thing. Like they might know somebody, like they might have known somebody from other country because like maybe they smuggle some illegal internet or something. I don't know. Like nobody completely follows everything they're told to do. So I'm pretty sure there's some people who are defecting from what he says and they have access to the outside world.
Right.
And there's people that question, everything, because from my understanding, North Koreans, like from the moment that you're born, everything, like the news is controlled by the government. Everything, all of the propaganda that's fed to you is per Kim Jong-un, right? But as you get older, you might leave or travel, you know what I'm saying? And I know they have very strict travel restrictions, and all that type of stuff. But you may see something and you're like, well, damn, like what's happening in my country isn't what's happening in the world. You know what I'm saying? And then also, this was smuggled by somebody that came from China. You know what I'm saying? And then gave it to high school students. And you know how high school students are. Shit, one has it, they all got it.
Exactly.
So, and that was my
China doing
first.
some slick shit.
That was my first question. But then the irony of the contradiction of it all, like you ban this show because of the violence or whatever, I'm sure, but then you want to gun down the person for breaking it in.
They make an example out that nigga. He said no Squid Games in this country. I meant that shit. Next nigga to do gonna get killed too.
But that's what I'm saying.
But Rod, I don't think that they banned it because of violence. Kim Jong-un banned it because he doesn't want outside influences at all.
Yeah, because I think FIFA even read something about he doesn't want media from capitalist countries.
Yeah, they passed a law. Hold on, let me read that again.
No, you don't have to read it again. I get it.
No, just the name of the law. It's called Elimination of Reactionary Thought and Culture. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he does not want any outside culture to permeate North Korea at all. Like, no music. Like, you know how K-pop is huge in South Korea? He don't want none of that. They don't like.
Damn, they don't listen to K-pop.
Nah, bro.
K-pop is huge.
North Korea's on some other type of shit, bro.
They can't listen to BTS.
Nope.
That's a crime.
I know.
It's literally.
I just want to see if they really kill this guy
to death.
We'll see.
Yeah,
If they kill him to death,
kill him to death.
Right.
That's what it said.
See, and then he wanted to talk to me about my statement on Friday.
Right. Right.
That's the same shit, bro.
I know, but
Double negative ass nigga.
Killing to death is ridiculous. That's why I like saying it. I say it because it sounds silly. But you know that sounds silly. Speaking of Kim Jong Un, you heard about him banning leather coats?
Oh, I was about to take
What? Yep. Well, it don't surprise me. It don't surprise.
It surprised me. Why the hell would he ban leather coats?
What's the reason, Kev?
He banned leather coats because he didn't want people to be able to wear them like he wears. He didn't want nobody jocking his style. He said, "I'm the leader. I'm the only one who can wear leather coats in this bitch.
Crazy.
Ain't nobody else wearing these but me.
Yeah.
You want leather coats? You got to go through me."
Wow.
So he banned them.
He the plug.
He said,
Has he always been this extreme?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, always. Yes.
He didn't want him jocking
realize
Jay-Z.
I didn't realize he was this extreme.
I know people talk about it, and I've seen people make movies, and him, but I didn't know it was like really like that.
It's because he considered it to be disrespectful for citizens to copy their honorable leader style.
I mean, I know he's on some other shit, but I didn't know he was on like other shit like this. Yeah, like this some whole other shit. Like
You don't want people still in their drip.
that's fucking crazy. But nah, I got like what? Like I mean, I know. I just got to see. I don't want this man obviously to die. But
you want to see what his coats look like?
Are they really going to go through with killing this man because of that shit? That is very fucking extreme, and you're gonna put yourself on notice from other people that's gonna. Well, hold on, let me back up, because America be killing the fuck out of people and putting people on death row.
For sure.
They just exonerated some guy at the 11th hour. He was about to get gone, and I think governor or somebody stopped it, but they just killed somebody in Alabama somewhere. So then again, all right, I walk it back. Yep, we kind of do the same shit here.
Oh yeah, I mean, but hey, it's not to this extent, because also they say in 2017 male students weren't allowed to get their hair cut like Kim Jong-un no more either, because they said that was also copying him.
Yep.
Wow.
Or skinny jeans.
So peep
So
this.
they have a list of pre-approved hairstyles they can get just to make sure that,
Like video games.
yes, and to make sure Kim Jong-un
Or that little thing that be on the wall when you go in the barbershop, you gotta lift your hairstyle.
Number 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So, in addition to the man who smuggled and sold copies of the Netflix show via USB flash drives, 7 students and an unknown number of teachers and administrators were punished in the crackdown, facing sentences including life imprisonment and 5 years of hard labor.
Boy.
So this man was
that shit crazy as fuck. The issue is he got killed because he was the ringleader. That's what it was. It's because he was the one that was selling it and smuggling it.
Because he's the one that smuggled it.
Exactly.
But everybody just consumed it.
They were just watching it. So they said, "We're not going to kill you."
But I don't know if he's Chinese.
He's a spy.
That's how.
Oh, you don't know if he's Chinese?
Yeah, the person that smuggled, from the stories, and right now I'm on Forbes, from the stories, it came from China, but I don't know the nationality of the person who smuggled it in. Exactly. I don't know if it is a North Korean that was in China, got it, and then brought it back. I don't know that detail, but I know that it came from China. The smuggler came from China.
If he is and they killed that man,
oh, that's World War.
That might be some issues.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that might be some issues. So
That man different.
Nah, for real.
I understand. He said, "Oh, so you the one smuggling this into my country? You know how we do. You got to go. All your little homies, they can just sit in jail and think about what they did. You got the most thoughts.
Shit.
Yeah, you mess with the fro, you got to go.
Exactly.
You feel me?
They get killed over in media. We get killed because of our color of our skin.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, little to nothing,
They probably look at us and be like, damn, they really killed him because of that. That's how they do it. That's crazy. Why they do that?
Yes, yeah, that's why.
They probably don't like us no way. So.
For sure. I ain't trying to go there. I'm cool.
Don't.
I said that before on the show. People jumped on me. But anyway, what y'all got?
I'll say y'all been peeping with Will Smith.
No, we ain't been peeping. Whatever it is. He started smiling and shit. I don't know what the hell you about to say. With Will Smith.
Will Smith
be talking to
Will
us.
Smith been crying for help since Jada had a red table talk.
Crying for help?
Yeah. It feels like it because he's just been like, as you know, I grew up in a time where Will was like more private, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, celebrity was more private. But even when things started getting like, people started like inviting people into their lives, Jada and Will were people that kind of kept their things private. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then like, it just seemed like once they started opening the door, a whole bunch of BS, you know, started finding them. So like, it seems like I think Will Smith is writing a book, and he just feels really expressive.
He wrote a book. I thought it was already out.
It was already out?
Yeah.
So he wrote a book, and he just like is revealing a whole bunch of like intimate details about
he
his
doing
life.
too much. At first, I thought it was a promo for that King Richard movie, but none of it has been King Richard related. He's just been talking.
What?
All right,
The latest thing. Oh, I was about to start a video by accident. The latest thing is apparently he pranked his wife Jada by showing his grandmother a sex scene that Jada was in, like while Jada was coming into the house. So his grandmother was a very very Christian woman, right? Okay. To the point that she don't watch like secular movies like that. So as a prank, he's showing a movie where Jada, gets busy in the movie right when she's coming in. So when she's looking at this movie and seeing this movie, this lady, I guess, being a hussy in her eyes, and then she sees her grandson's wife. First thing she says to Jada is like, when I watch movies, the women kept their clothes on. Mm-hmm. So just imagine how like a awkward and embarrassing situation that could be, right? And it was just like,
what movie was it?
Let me see.
Did it say probably Jason's Lyric?
Could have been.
Because that was Halle Berry and Monsters Ball,
yep,
right?
That's true.
Jason's Lyric.
Yeah.
Jason's
Lyric.
Oh
yeah, it was. I knew.
I don't think she don't really have that many sex.
That's why I asked.
Jason's Lyric, bro. I'll never forget that. Yeah. I'll never forget Jason's Lyric. I knew it was that one. I know Will.
Look it up. You didn't look it up.
Yeah, I know the facts. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, because I remember like, damn. Like I remember like, damn, I wonder how you felt about that. That shit was crazy. Like that shit was crazy. You ever seen Jason's Lyrics? Oh man, yeah.
Oh really?
Her scenes in that shit.
Oh man, you gotta watch that, bro.
Right. Yeah, her scenes in that shit was like, whoa, okay.
Did you see where?
For real?
Did you see where Will Smith said that it was a point in his life where he was having so much sex it made him throw up?
When he orgasmed? Yep.
Wait, yeah, I saw that.
Will Smith just been talking, bro.
Yeah, he's been revealing shit for no reason.
Wait, say it again. I didn't hear you. I didn't comprehend that.
Will Smith been wilding lately.
Talking, bro.
Will
Smith was doing an interview. I don't know who be asking him these questions.
I don't know either.
He said that it was a period in his life he went through a bad breakup. So he just been having a bunch of sex with random women, and he said that it was so. This is what it was so against his morals that eventually he developed a psychosomatic issue to where he was revolted by it. So when he would orgasm, he would also throw up.
At the same time.
He said at the same damn time he would come and he would throw up.
Oh my god!
And I was like, nigga, who asked you this? Every single time, bro. It's like once or twice a week some new Will Smith news just trickles into the media, and every time I ask, who the fuck asked you this, my nigga?
Yeah, Will Smith kind of off, man.
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy.
That Quan says he's been a cry for help, bro. He just
it feels like it.
I don't know if it's a cry for help. I think he's just always kind of been this way.
I don't know.
Maybe, but he's always been like private, so we wouldn't.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think he's just private, but I think he's always kind of been this way. But it's just out in the open now.
I think Red Table Talk I think this is a way of Will Smith defending himself because Jada has put so much out there.
Yeah, she has too.
That it's kind of like, well, shit, I need to talk too. Like, I can't just stay quiet anymore because we're no longer a private couple. Like all it, and then think about it. Like everything that Jada puts out there is from her perspective. Okay, so it's like he has to throw certain things out there to. Kind of be like, well, she said this, and this is how I reacted to that, and this is, you know what I'm saying?
But it's not like her show isn't all about him though.
It's about, not
that Matt, like probably at all, really. I don't think it was just that show and maybe a couple other shows. They talk about all other type of shit. Man.
Yeah, but think about where her perspective is coming from. It's coming from her relationship with Will Smith. Yeah. So you have to assume a lot of the things that she's saying, even though she doesn't directly say this was Will, has to come from that relationship. That's her longest relationship.
Yeah. Right, but that Red Table Talk isn't just about her relationships. It's about other people that they have on the show.
100%. Okay. But I'm just saying when Jada talks and she says XYZ, right? Like what I've learned and whatever, you're assuming that's about Will.
Yeah, and it's because they've been so private. It's like when we get a glimpse of like, oh, she might be talking about Will, it goes viral
every time. We don't need no more.
But it's not like a relationship show. It's not about like. I guess I don't follow what y'all are saying because it's not like the show is based on Will and Jada's relationship.
It's not. It's based off of putting personal things on the table and having an open discussion about it.
Yeah, but I feel like she kind of keeps it to her for the most part.
She do, but it'll be like this, right? Like they'll have just a conversation about sex or something, right?
Okay.
And then literally the last thing that went viral from her was her saying that when you're dealing with somebody else, you have to communicate what you want in the bedroom.
Okay.
They can't be a mind reader, and people spun that into Will ain't satisfying her in the bedroom.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Too.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean,
I know she didn't even mean that, but it's like,
but not even that, but like that's one thing, right?
Yeah.
Or it may be like a couple other things.
This
but
happens a good bit.
it happens like often.
Yeah.
lately it's been crazy.
Yeah, like at least
Ever since the entanglement.
Yeah, ever since then.
Oh,
bro,
and I haven't been following this,
bro.
since then.
I don't want to follow them. That's the problem. At least once a month,
Exactly.
it's everywhere.
Bro, it's everywhere. World Star posts it, Baller, it becomes a talking point because you have to assume, even if she's not talking about Will, she's talking about Will.
Yeah.
Every month, bro. At least once a month.
Bro, if it ain't that, them talking about
it's always unprovoked,
bro.
Dog. That's right. We don't be asking them this shit.
If it ain't
volunteering,
if it ain't
sick
that,
of these niggas.
They'll randomly bring up, that her and Tupac have a
She
little
talk
thing.
about Tupac.
Oh, that's always been a thing.
That shit out look.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, it's funny though.
It's way out of hand. Did you see the one where they had Willow was writing notes to Tupac as a kid?
No, I had not.
That's crazy.
She had her daughter write notes about a nigga she ain't never met before about how much she missed him for her mom.
Bro,
nigga, what?
Bro, they put a picture of Willow and Will Smith. And notice how they all look like Tupac. They're all bald headed. He got a goatee. She cut her hair.
What are y'all following?
They all look like Tupac.
Nah, that one I don't know about.
Nah, I saw that one. It was like, yo, Jada got the whole family looking like Tupac.
Wait, man, wait.
And there was a picture of all of them. They're all bald headed. And Jada and Will Smith's only.
How do y'all keep up with how is this information finding y'all?
Twitter.
Instagram.
I'll be on Twitter.
Yeah, it's just out there.
You too?
Yeah, it
finds us.
Dog. Like,
it finds
That
us.
shit ain't
you can
everywhere.
follow regular, like you can follow hip hop news outlets, and they'll be covering this shit too. Like everybody talks about this shit all the time.
Only shit I seen about Will Smith is that book and that fucking King Richard movie. I ain't seen none of this shit y'all talking about.
Don't poison your feed. Your feed is actually
keep
vital.
time out the way. I wish mine was like that.
You know what I mean? Our feed on some bullshit.
I'm tired of the foolishness sometimes.
I mean,
right?
Yo, that's wild.
I mean, and you know what's funny? And all the thing that go viral with Will Smith, niggas ain't even talk about the relationship.
His movies,
Yeah,
no
or
more.
the relationship he had with his father. You know what I'm saying? Which that was some real emotional shit. Like, no, we just go viral with he ain't satisfying Jada in the bedroom. That's why August Alsina came through.
I have not seen this.
That's just crazy.
It's crazy. And then, like I said, they be thinking like him saying stuff is a combat, but it's like that's a bad defense, my boy.
How? Volunteering random stuff.
He's
like
he's
is he
making
trying to
himself look
create
worse.
a diversion?
How is he making himself look worse?
Because pranking your first of all, pranking your grandmother with a sex scene is not. If I did that to my girl, who would be like, "Yo, Saquon, you did some real shit."
What was he? You said he was pranking his girl or his grandmother?
He was pranking his girl, but like that was just this is a weird thing to do.
His grandma was in on that
a sex
shit.
scene with your wife in it.
His grandma was in on that shit. If she don't watch sex scene, she had to be on that. Because grandma would have whooped his ass because she know.
Listen, as a Christian, I know that some people be just blocked out from the world and they just be like everything is God. You know what I'm saying? So they sometimes forget. Or not forget, but like they really be not around. They don't be watching none of that sinful stuff. They be watching Hallmark stuff.
I'm telling you, bro. My grandma the same way.
I know, but if you know your grandma don't fuck with that shit, why would you show your grandmother that shit to prank her?
That's what we saying.
That doesn't make sense.
It's weirdo activity. So it's
grandma
like,
had to be in on it.
I don't know about that.
Why would grandma be in on it?
Why would she would whoop Will's ass for showing him that.
Oh, we can.
That shit.
The double standard. She's more judging the woman for being in a sex scene than her son showing her the movie to prank her. Like, he knew how that was going to go. He knows his grandmother. So he's like, all right, if I show her this, she's going to look at Jada.
She's not going to be mad at me. She's going to be mad at Jada.
Yeah, she's going to say some bugged out shit to Jada. And I'm going to be like, haha, got you on this episode of Punk'd.
I don't know.
On this episode of Punk'd. It's like, it's crazy. Like,
that's a string.
I'm wondering what else he's going to
He should have showed that shit to them kids. That's how he should have pranked them damn.
I do wonder about their kids though, because their parents are in the media at least once a month at this point talking about their.
Have you met
grow up like that.
their kids before?
I never met them. I've seen them, but I mean, it's still weird.
They probably don't care them kids off.
I mean, Jaden is an icon living. You feel me?
That is true.
Yeah, he said he wanted his credit. Wasn't he one of the first ones to wear a dress? And he didn't get credit for that shit?
He wasn't. Who was?
Oh, who was?
On TV, I think it was still Kurt Cobain.
Well, yeah, I know it goes back to him, but I think it was somebody else. Black though, because maybe we don't give a fuck about Kurt Cobain like that, bro.
Nah, I said Wesley Snipes wore a dress before that.
Tu Wong Fu.
Yeah, but that's a movie. I'm talking about like outside
he could have turned that shit down.
He could.
You didn't have to do Tu Wong Fu.
Martin.
I'm talking about like as a fashion, as a style.
You feel me?
Like not
real life.
like what the
Imagery is imagery.
Exactly. Hey, look,
Jamie Foxx on A Living Color.
I didn't
Imagery
know.
is imagery, bro.
I didn't know you meant walking around every day type.
Yeah.
Probably making my way downtown, walking fast.
Like Dennis
that's-
Rodman.
Yeah.
Yep. See,
Yeah.
there we go.
I mean, I understand he wants to get credit for being original, but you ain't original this time, homie.
Yeah, it's like
But
they made
he
you.
can keep trying stuff. Wasn't he one
But in the modern day world, he is with these young cats.
I think he's
Probably.
convinced that he was one of the first people to do it because they kind of made him one of the faces of it. Because like he kind of like would do it and then
He brought it back.
That's
I don't say
fine.
he brought it back because
Why not?
I don't think people started wearing dresses because of him. It just that's what he wanted to do, and he was like, "All right, well, I mean, you want?"
Then I thought we just had a whole bunch of people just up and start wearing dresses.
I mean,
Then
A whole bunch of people.
Y'all tell me. I thought it was some people.
You know what saying it. Why would we help you with your point?
Because y'all keep up with that shit.
I'm not watching niggas in dresses.
I don't keep up with Jaden Smith.
Didn't
like
Kanye just wear a dress or somebody just wear? Hold on, man.
wore a
Kid
dress.
Cudi.
Yeah, Cudi
I
did.
knew y'all knew.
But he was
that. That was years later. That was years later. That was years later.
I'm about to say, and that was tribute to Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain.
He was only
tribute
paying
to Kurt
homage.
Cobain.
Whereas Jada's like, nah, I was the first. I'm the soldier boy of niggas wearing
Exactly.
dresses. And it's like, no, you ain't.
When niggas wear dresses, they got to go through
You
me.
mean?
That's that Jaden. His name's Jalen, right?
Jaden Smith.
Jaden.
Yeah. I think it's
Nah,
just
man, it
because
was some other dudes wearing dresses. Wasn't Kanye wearing a dress?
I ain't never seen Kanye wear no dress.
They
And I don't even keep up with Kanye
They said
like that.
Conway did, but nah, he wasn't wearing a dress.
I'm about to say, I was like, he did say that in the verse. I
Wasn't
was
it the
like,
kilt?
It was
Kilts are different.
Nah, it wasn't even a kilt. It was just like the front part looked like it was a dress, but it wasn't. It was like
Thug wore a
shorts or
dress.
something like that.
yeah, Young Thug.
Okay.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, I was
See, there we
confused with
go.
that though. I heard him say it in the verse. I was like, I ain't even think to do no research. I'm like, Conway the Machine in a dress? Like,
No, he didn't have it. He's like he said in a verse like, "What the fuck I look like wearing a dress?"
yeah, I was like,
yeah.
that was random because I would never
Yeah.
put Conway in.
They
a
were
dress.
saying that it was trending or something like that on Instagram or something, but because all they show was the front, but if you look on the back or the side, it's like you tell it's not a dress. Yeah.
Buffalo niggas can't even do
Fuck that.
fashion sometimes, man.
Yeah. It's like you know how like playing ball, how we wear like the towels. Remember how we used to wear the towels in the front sometime on our shorts? I don't know if you did that.
I've
So,
seen
yeah,
that on
yeah.
football.
Huh? Oh, you seen it on football or football. You never seen them do that? Like with the it's
We
just
didn't do
the
that in
towel.
Miami.
What? Like I'm talking about like during a game.
Nah.
Yeah. We used to do that sometime. Like it'll look like that, but it's actually shorts. Yeah.
My body type of show you I ain't really into sports like that, so you feel me? But yeah, dresses is not popping. He didn't start it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he thought. I think he only thinks he started because he kind of got attention for it.
Yeah.
Whereas
and
like Young Thug was made fun of for it. Jada was like, they're like, oh my gosh, you're so progressive. And then magazines call you to do photo shoots in the dresses. So you think you started something when it's like, nah, you just are so with it that like you're gonna continue with the narrative.
How y'all think he looked in the dress?
I don't even remember this dress, to be honest with you. I really don't know what dress you're talking about.
Keeping this shit going.
But
I don't know why y'all entertaining this shit.
I'm not entertaining. I don't know what he's talking about. I've never seen.
You seen Jaden in the dress, bro?
I really have not.
Stop playing.
I don't follow that man.
You follow all this shit that go on.
I don't follow it. It finds me.
The shit follows.
Jaden's dress never found you.
Never in my life.
That's
I know about his
impossible.
music. I remember his Icon video came out. They had the people talking. The nigga came out with anime on Netflix.
You saw it.
Remember that?
I seen a picture and it was like, I was like, all right, niggas wearing a dress.
Like, I've seen enough niggas wearing dresses that I probably wouldn't be shocked no more.
Yeah.
I didn't know why people were shocked because I'm with Ryan. It made sense.
He's always been out there.
Yeah. I didn't
feel
know
like-
why people were shocked.
I think people were more accepting of it when he did it instead of when Thug did it.
Because Thug's supposed to be a gangster.
Yeah, because Jaden has a cleaner
your
image.
name is Young Thug.
I guess wearing the
Jaden has a much cleaner image, and he's much more like accepted by white people.
And it was accepted by Andre 3 Stacks.
Yeah.
He did it way back then too.
I think he was a kilt though.
Andre wore a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he wore a lot of things.
He probably wore a dress.
He most likely wore a dress.
He wore a curtain.
No, I think it was actually like
I think
a
he
kilt
wore-
type.
Yeah, no, I think it was a
That
kilt.
shit is-
I know he wore a kilt before. I've seen him wear a kilt because he wore it in the
He done wore goat
and that's a
legs.
Players Anthem video.
He wore everything. goat legs.
But again, he's a person that you wouldn't think you would be like, oh, okay,
yeah.
That's Andre 3 Stacks.
Yeah.
I didn't quite want to move on, but I needed something else. That I don't think that's good enough. Like, what is it? Something else that he's done that make it seem like, oh man, Will's on some wild shit. Want to prank on your wife?
Everything we just talked about.
Did you not hear me talk about the man explaining to us?
Oh yeah, you did
about the coming and throwing up at the same time.
But that makes sense though.
That makes sense.
Yeah, if he has like this, if morally he feels guilty about that, I can see that.
So then why indulge in the sex?
Because he was going through some shit. That was his reaction to a bad breakup.
But obviously this happened more than one time.
Multiple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He said he was having so much sex that his body was rejecting it.
Exactly.
Because he felt guilty about it.
He felt guilty about what?
Just having sex.
So then why have sex?
Because he needed to get over the pain of the breakup.
No, Ken.
He also said, didn't he also say something lead up to his book? Something where the headline was like something that it was a point in his life where he felt like killing his dad.
Yeah, because apparently, so his dad, he saw his dad punch the shit out of his mother one time, and that scarred him for life, right? So at that point, he became like permanently angry at his dad. I guess he started a relationship with his dad, but came a point where his dad, I think, was like wheelchair ridden. And as a kid, he always vowed to himself. He always vowed to himself that he would get revenge for his mother because his dad did that wild shit to his mother, right? So there was a point where he had his dad at a wheelchair, and he was at the top of the steps, and he was like, "I could just push my dad right now." And he would go, and I like
in Naked Gun. Y'all ever seen Naked Gun?
No, I don't push that man down the way. You feel me? All my pistols is clean.
What was that white man's name? Some Harrelson or
You talking about Woody Harrelson? This was
what the hell was his name? Because I loved all of the Naked Guns. Them shits was hilarious.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Hold on,
What the fuck?
Hey man, Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen.
Mm-hmm.
That white motherfucker. He was funny as shit.
I mean, go ahead.
He basically had a real moment where he really contemplated like taking his dad's life, and like he was like, "Yo, if I do this right now, like I got money, I can get away with it. Like it would go away." You know what I'm saying? Just like, but I'm like, when you come from being really private to then just okay, it was like when remember when Quincy Jones just started saying wild shit. Was that like a cry for help, or was just like,
no, it's like, no, that's Quincy Jones. We can see Quincy Jones saying that. I think we were saying that, right? Like, yeah, we said like, yeah, we can, even though he's been private, like we can see him saying some shit.
There's a reason why these guys be private.
Yeah, that's why I feel like this is his moment. Like he just feels like he feels like spilling shit. Like he's kind of
so weird.
But it has nothing. Y'all think it has something to do with Jada?
I don't know about this one. This one got nothing to do with Jada this time.
What is a cry for help then? A cry for help for what?
It could just, cry for help sounds extreme for a nigga, but like it could just mean he just want to talk about some shit. He has some shit on his mind.
He wrote a book. He wrote a book. But here's the thing, man. Algorithms are so fucking different. So this is the stuff you say. This is how you say you hear
said all these things. Like you
got. No, what I'm saying this year. I understand.
In the last year.
What I'm trying to say is like this is the stuff that y'all hear, and see. But the stuff I've seen regarding the book was him like doing shit like the will to do something. So that I saw something where he climbed the tallest building in the world. Did y'all see that?
No, because
algorithms are different.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
I agree with you. I've heard nothing about this man's book or his movies.
That's
my algorithm is all about his foolishness. Yeah. But I do know that Will Smith is all about being positive and motivated.
Yeah,
I knew that already before all this stuff came out.
That's all I've been seeing.
I ain't seen that shit.
What y'all talking about? I have not seen that shit. Because the only thing I remember is the whole entanglement shit. But I hadn't seen anything after that.
Because you know what's funny? Before the entanglement happened, all of Will's stuff on social media was positive because he controlled the narrative. He was like, all right, I'm private. I feel like expressing a little more. And then it'll be like, all right, what I put out there goes. So he's going to be like, yo, I jumped from a plane and it was a life-changing experience. Right. You know what I'm saying? He'll give motivational shit. But then when,
that's all I still see.
I want to
good.
Keep it
I ain't
that
seen
way.
none of that in years.
Don't follow anything suspicious. Just look at the page.
That nigga climbed the tallest building in the world. That shit was crazy. He was at the top of that bitch.
That's nice.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
But yeah, it was ever since that, and then they had the Red Table Talk about it.
Didn't throw up.
Right, it didn't throw up.
Because he wasn't having sex up there. That's why.
Somebody lying, Ken.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
How y'all see this shit?
I don't be wanting to see it. That's what I don't think y'all understand.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm following inquiry and shit.
Yeah.
I know,
What page y'all
follows
follow?
us.
Y'all need to clean y'all feet up. 'Cause I don't see any of that shit either.
The viewers.
You see that shit, people?
You don't know.
Y'all know the streets. Know.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he does.
The streets know.
I don't be wanting to know, but it's like I'm so plugged into the foolishness outlets that I kind of hear about it, and I don't want to be, but I also know that to make content, I have to know about the bullshit.
Put it this way: it's stuff like this is the why I was like, you know what, Kev? I know you don't like talking about this shit, so let's just give artists their flowers, so we don't got to talk about news topics.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
I still don't hear her cry for help though.
Yeah.
It baffles me when somebody's like, you know, mainly private and it's work for them, and then it seems like when they start expressing and it just everything becomes a joke.
Nigga just overshare.
You know what I'm saying? Because he just wrote it. It could.
But like what if we said that sounded like it would be good to talk about for his book? It's just been random stuff.
Yeah,
random. I've heard that like it's never like the headline is Will Smith says in an interview for his book, or Will Smith says he put this in his book. It's always Will Smith said, "I be throwing up when I come." Like, nigga, what?
Everything's been turned to a headline that when somebody gonna read it, they're gonna be like, "What's wrong with this nigga?"
And then if this was an interview for his book, how did you even get there?
Yeah, where did the conversation lead?
Exactly. He needs everybody to buy this book, so he needs he got niggas like me, positive, motivated people to buy it. And needs the ratchet motherfuckers like y'all to buy the shit.
So you're getting on both ends.
Maybe, but I know his book is doing well, so I mean that's a good thing. Yeah. I haven't heard anything else about the book besides that it came out and it is selling well. But I mean, I'm glad to hear that. I have nothing against Will Smith, so I hope he does well. I heard that King Rich is good. I ain't seen it yet. I heard that's good too. So.
It looked good. It looked good.
Everything else seems to be going well for him.
Yeah, everything on the up and up. Just, you know, they're gonna wait until Jada do another Red Table Talk, try to find something.
She gonna say something else about Tupac before the year ends. She gonna have a Tupac Christmas party.
That shit old, man.
Ain't nothing but a Christmas party. That's what she gonna have.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
Nothing but a Christmas party.
They showed an interview that like it looked like it was the Jada that was like freshly with Will Smith, and they just mentioned Tupac's name and the smile she had. They didn't even talk about what they were about to talk about. It was like, yeah, we're aware that you have a friendship with Tupac. She was just like, yeah.
Y'all late on this shit, man.
We ain't late. They just bring stuff back up.
They don't never let that shit go.
That's one thing that's really good is like also when the internet gets bored, they good for bringing something back up.
Mm-hmm. Y'all funny, man.
Ebro just got in trouble for something that happened in 2013.
Yeah.
Making fun of Tinashe's name, calling it ghetto. Didn't know it was Nigerian. And whatnot. Yeah. Like now they trying to destroy him for that now. I'm like, that was 8 years ago. Tinashe ain't even relevant like that. Like who really was like, you know what? I don't like Ebro's beard today. Let's cancel him.
Oh man, this is hilarious.
Okay.
What you got, man?
All right, so we got
what's in your feed?
Yeah.
We got options.
I'm scared.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not gonna talk about nothing that came up in my feed because I know I usually feed those stories to Mike so he can read them.
You gonna talk about a little boozy?
No. All right, so you got options, right? So I'm just recycle some fun stuff from Dead End Game that I know y'all are gonna hate.
You did this last time, but that's cool. It turned out fine. It turned out fine. I didn't hate it. It actually was good.
All right, so I'm gonna do. Y'all want to be? I'm gonna just tell you. Here's the scenario.
Yo.
All right.
Listening.
You formed a dead end hip hop band.
Mm-hmm.
What instrument does everybody play? You can choose up to 5 people max. So when I say a band from dead end hip hop, it could be anybody on any of the shows. It could be Frames, Dead End Gaming, whatever. You're forming a band.
Mm-hmm.
What instrument and who was the person who's playing that instrument in your band?
B's playing piano.
Okay.
I mean, because
you got up to 5. You got 5. So you got 4 more. You got to choose 5 people altogether. Are you in the band?
Mike's playing electric guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Piano, electric guitar. All right, that's an interesting sound. What's next? You got 3 more.
I'll play acoustic guitar.
2 guitars and a piano. All right. Yeah.
Ken plays drums.
Drummer. All right. So 2 guitars, a piano, a drummer. Is anybody singing or is this an instrumental group?
Sophie can sing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's yours, Ken.
Oh, I thought we were sharing.
I thought Rob
because he kind of did cover. Yeah.
I know my niggas, man. I know my niggas.
Who's yours?
Same thing.
Oh, that's lazy.
I'm telling you, I think I kind of nailed it. Like B plays piano because he does the beat machine, so he has to know how to play piano a little bit. He played drums as well.
Yeah,
yeah. And then I put my hand in acoustic for a minute, but I didn't see it through. Mike was in the pump, so I would assume he played a little electric guitar or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Ken played drums. Sophie actually sings. You know. My bad. I'm sorry if I ruined it.
No,
you might chose the wrong person first.
I shouldn't let him go first. There's nothing wrong with your answer.
He kind of killed that.
If y'all going the same answer, and it's not as much fun no more.
Yeah, I literally would have had the same answer.
Damn.
Yeah, he killed that.
I don't. Mike would be the singer because he got the levels. He MC Dangling Balls.
That is his name.
Word. That was news to me.
B would be on the drums because you're a producer. Shelton would be on the violin because he always got an excuse for something.
So drums and violin. All right, that's interesting. That's good.
Whack as fuck.
We're going to see this shit. He ain't even done yet.
You already can stop at the violin, bro. Who's going to see Shelton?
I fuck with violins.
Yeah, Ross said do.
Just saying.
Boom, 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 boom.
Shelton, I feel, is the one that always has to explain himself out of some crazy stuff.
He does.
That is true. So that's why he got the violin.
That is so true. But Shelton can sing though. I saw him singing.
No, he can sing. He could really sing.
So you rather have him on the violins and sing?
Yeah, this is like parody. This is not like for real.
Yeah.
Like, because in all honesty, he's one of the best singers.
A&R, man, he's supposed to be forming a real band.
Nah,
Mr. A&R.
No. This is fun shit. Let me see.
You got 2 more spots left.
Yeah. I would give Nick the loudspeaker.
What instrument is that?
Or not the loudspeaker. What's that big ass cone?
You talking about a talk box?
A megaphone?
Yeah, that.
As an instrument?
Yep.
That's hot.
Hey.
It's gonna be a political band.
It's gonna.
Yep.
So you have 2 vocalists.
Yep.
You have drums and violin.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Corrupt politicians on wall.
Who's the last one that I want to get
Flavor Flav ass nigga. Okay.
The Black Dollar.
Yeah. He's just gonna do the ad libs.
You got 1 more left.
I got 1 more.
You don't want nothing to keep it. You don't want the piano. No saxophone. Nothing.
Yeah, I'll give Ken the sax. You know what I'm saying? He old school. He like jazz.
That'll be good. You know, you got the saxophone and the violin, and you said B on drums. They'll make something happen.
Mike the singer.
I don't know if I was playing this band.
He's like, I'm sick. I'm sick today.
Damn, fucking violin and a megaphone.
The megaphones really what confused me the most because I ain't never heard that listed as an instrument.
That's wild.
Corrupt politicians. All right, so I guess if I had to choose, I would put B on drums. You know, you're gonna have that Detroit rhythm. It's gonna be funky. I would put Granddad as the MC. You know what I'm saying? From the G. You feel me?
That's where he's from.
You know what I mean?
Not everybody knows where that's at.
This is true.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I've never heard nobody call it the G besides him.
I don't think I've ever heard that before either. Is that what?
He says it all the time, and I make fun of him every time.
He's still the 3rd best MC from there, son.
That's what he also puts
3rd best
himself
artist.
in the same category.
Well, people from there may actually refer to it as that.
I've never heard Freddie Gibbs call it the G.
For the G, Gangsta Gibbs.
Never.
Never heard him.
Not once.
I listened to everything Freddie. I never heard him say it like that.
So maybe
It's gonna mess y'all up when he do it one day. From the G.
If it gets a Gibbs cosign, then I will stop making fun of him.
Yeah, gonna be like, told y'all niggas.
He will.
We don't do that in the G. So yeah, Granddad would be the MC. B on the drums. If we're going 2 vocals, I'll make Tyler be the singer. You know what I mean? Just to switch it up a little bit. And I guess I'll have Rob play acoustic guitar. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna force you to be in this band. And then
he gonna hate it too.
And I guess Bloodbath could play cowbell or something.
Cowbell.
And be the water boy.
Damn. Don't do your mans like that.
There was so much disrespect that came around at the end of that. It's like, oh, okay, damn. That's how niggas do. I don't remember what my original band was when I did this one, Dead and Gaming. But
it ain't as good as Rod's.
Oh no,
Rod. You got an A+ on that one. I ain't gonna hold you.
Clearly,
You did research.
yeah. You mean Rod and Ken because they have the same band apparently.
Oh yeah. Well, he just copied off.
We work together, man. That's how we do.
He just copied off the homework.
It's like both of ours,
Yeah.
So my band, I got to be the lead singer of my band, much like Eminem.
That's gonna be crunchy.
Oh, it's not going to be the best at all. Okay. But we'll make it work.
Okay.
Me at the lead singer, terribly. I need. I'm gonna put B on piano. I think that's gonna be interesting. And then, I feel like I need somebody else who say ridiculous things. I would also add Nikki Duce as my backup vocalist.
Okay.
All right. And then I got 2 more spots.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have. I like Ken on saxophone. I like that too. And then I'm thinking this is gonna be more of a jazz band.
Mm-hmm.
Have I said drums yet? I don't think I said drums yet. So I need a drummer.
Yeah.
Need a drummer.
Somebody with rhythm.
Yeah. It can't be you.
I ain't got no rhythm.
Because I don't need nobody to play the cymbals. Because that's what I was gonna have you play.
Yeah, I ain't got no rhythm.
I don't got no more space for cymbals.
I'm a programmer producer. Proud of it.
I'm gonna go ahead and let Ken play the drums in my band too.
You say he was playing sax.
Oh, right. Hey, damn. Who could be my drummer? You right. Ken is on sax.
I put one on the drums.
We got quick.
Right. Ain't enough for this shit.
Yeah, he quit overnight. So then,
for sure.
Then I know Mike said he don't like playing drums. I would let FIFA play the drums in my band.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
If any fans have their imaginary bands out there, let us know.
We're going to have some crazy ass memes come through.
Oh, my God.
You gotta keep it interesting.
I guess so. Rob, what you got, man?
So, yeah, man, since this is the episode after Thanksgiving, just kind of wanted to know, like, how did y'all Thanksgivings go? I mean, I know I've heard, people say, oh man, this happened, wild shit. So I was just wondering, like, if it was any wild shit, any new shit, just sentimental shit, anything. Like how, how did y'all Thanksgivings go this time around, especially, coming like in COVID times, you know what I mean? So like, I'm just curious to see how y'all, because some of y'all went out of town too, right? Or yeah. So how did it go?
So I'll go first. I went to my grandma's house. It's like 2 hours from here, so it's not that long of a ride.
Everything 2 hours?
Yeah.
Where?
She only lives in Augusta.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought you went to Florida.
I did too.
I could have, but my mom went to my grandma's house too. So
that's what it was. Because you said that you wasn't sure if you were going to be here or not, or whatever. Yeah.
Because my mom, she didn't know what time she was going to be there on Wednesday. So she was just like, "You can get there before me." I was like, "Mom, I'll be bored." I was still bored, to be honest with you.
All right, so Thanksgiving in Augusta
with the system.
Yes.
All
so
right.
Augusta. Yeah. So it's not a big deal. The COVID isn't an issue with my family because everybody knows you can't come around grandma unless you're vaccinated. So my whole family's vaccinated. We're real serious about that. We're trying to protect grandma. So my family's pretty chill. Everybody wears their masks when they go out. So we have no issues like that. It was a pretty chill, quiet year. Only thing I was annoyed with was we didn't know when we was eating, and that was bothering me. So I know that they usually start cooking on Wednesday. That's how stuff goes. Thursday, though, my family is mostly old people because none of my young cousins came this year, so it was just me, stranded. So old people, but they wake up early. I don't know why they woke up so early to not have no food ready. That's what really bothered me the most. Like, they be up walking around talking.
You're not old yet.
I'm not. They be up walking around talking loud at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Having whole conversations.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't smell no food though. So which this can't be that important.
Sounds about right.
So it's getting about 12, 1 o'clock. That's pretty normal eating time for a lot of families. Not black families, but a lot of families. So my family, about 12, 1 o'clock, my uncle just dropping the fryer, the turkey in the deep fryer. Come on now, what we doing? My grandma just finished the mashed potatoes. Where's the food? Because I've asked multiple times at this point in the day. But by 1 o'clock, I've asked multiple times. So when we eating, y'all? Anybody know yet?
He wanted the turkey to be fresh. Well, he wanted that motherfucker to be piping hot.
I don't know yet.
That boy hungry.
I don't know yet, little Kevin. You gotta wait.
Look, Cal.
Whatever.
Oh, look, Cal.
That's how they talk.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's how they talk, but they just be outside drinking beers. And nobody was playing dominoes this year. Usually we drinking beers, playing dominoes. All we do all day. So I ain't no turkey done yet. All the sides is mostly done.
You know what I'm saying?
Where's the food? I've asked multiple times. We didn't really sit down to eat till like 3:30, 4 o'clock. And I was like, y'all played with me this year.
I thought it was gonna be like 5 or 6.
They would have if I wouldn't have been there to keep asking them and annoying them. Because they were taking their time. I don't even remember what I ate that morning because they also eat breakfast way earlier than me because Kevin doesn't usually eat breakfast to begin with. Yeah. But they be eating at like 10. I don't usually eat my first meal till almost 1 o'clock.
God damn.
Yeah. Stomach don't be woken up yet.
Hell, yeah, I don't eat breakfast most days. So I was very confused why the food that I know they eat earlier than me. That's really bothering me. I know y'all eat earlier than me. Why is this food not ready? I'll help. What you want me to do? Like,
so at what point was it ready?
Like 4 o'clock.
About 4.
I know you suffering.
Oh, that's what time we ate.
I know the Wi-Fi was trash.
Too bad.
The Wi-Fi was trash.
Couldn't even pass the time trying to play some games.
Damn. All I could do was play games that wasn't online because I brought my PlayStation. All right, I didn't really need any bags because we don't go nowhere, so I could pack all these clothes. No, but I had to pack a bigger bag than usual because my PlayStation wouldn't fit in my backpack no more. And I was like, look, they said we go on these bags. I really only needed this one big bag because my PlayStation is too big to fit in my backpack. And it was, that's all you cared about? I said, nigga, I'll be here for days. Y'all don't do anything. Of course I needed my PlayStation. This is a priority, honestly.
Did the TV that you played on, did it have a back or not?
No. My families, they don't have no old school TVs no more. They be buying, bro, I don't know what to be going on. But every time I come over, there's new TVs. Every time I go over, there's new TVs. Every single time. My uncle was, oh yeah, we just bought the 75-inch the other day. Okay. He's like, earlier before I picked you, we bought this new 40-inch. Who needs all these new TVs? It's only like 4 rooms in the house.
Yeah, I was looking at the 75-inch TV.
See what I'm saying? They always buy. I was looking at 80 every time I go over.
I was looking at that too.
Yo, is that like an old thing?
I guess, bro.
TVs.
I don't know what it is.
So speaking of like TVs and stuff, do like any of your family like stay up that night and then try to go, get in line for Black Friday and shit like that?
My aunt, she didn't come this year, but she used to do that. But now her kids are like teenagers, so she don't really do that no more. But I was like the only person who would go with her because she was like, all right, yeah, my kids need this toys. She'd make a whole checklist of toys she wanted to get, and then we'd always head out like around like midnight.
Yeah,
you need a bodyguard.
Yeah, I was like the only person who would go with her, and then we would stand in line. Sometimes I'd have to stand in line as soon as we walk in the store just to hold that line that's like the spot in line down because the line will wrap around the store. But yeah, she don't do that no more because the kid's so old they don't care.
Gotcha.
No Black Friday get crazy.
So we didn't do none of that foolishness.
So 8 at 4, and everything was good after that.
Oh yeah, we had no problems after that because my demands were met. we had no more issues after that. I went back to being bored, so I was just grinding 2K the whole time, bro.
So actually, in actuality, that kind of worked out because they gave you something to do. Look for food. That was like an adventure, a Thanksgiving movie.
I guess so.
It was a hungry adventure. You was naked and afraid.
That's how I felt.
He wasn't bored though.
You wasn't bored.
I guess not.
Suffering eternally.
Also,
write a book.
One more issue. All right. Have you all heard of this Hallmark channel?
Yeah. What you was talking about there? Somebody just said it here. Yeah. Somebody literally just said it
because I told him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Hallmark
That's
channel.
what grandparents do.
Yeah. My grandma, like I told y'all, was shotgunning Christmas movies back to back. I'm talking about she learned how to use the DVR, so she'd be recording them as they come on and watching them later with us. So she has a TV in her room. She'll watch that no problem. But when everybody come around, she want to sit around us and make us watch her Christmas movies. And when I tell you it's the same movie over and over and over again, I don't know why these rich businesswomen keep moving to these small towns.
And it's real bright.
Every time.
Like it's bright.
It's real bright. I don't know how many small towns they keep finding love in. I don't know why women always have to give up their job at the end of the movie always to follow their newfound dreams of being a mom. Every movie's the same. And I said, Grandma, I don't know how you watching these back to back like this. She had us all trapped.
That's hilarious.
Got the movies on back catalog too.
Dog, she was recording new ones. Even though they make new ones. What? I was like, what is this?
They gotta make new ones.
But dog, I didn't realize they roll out Christmas movies this early. I thought they usually wait till December 1st, but I guess they push it up.
You haven't been paying attention.
I don't. I really don't. I don't watch Christmas movies like that unless it's the animated ones. Like the kids.
Well, you ain't been paying. Have you been paying attention to the season at all?
Not really, no.
Okay,
because I haven't had cable in years, so I don't really know how cable moves no more.
That's how they graduate from the Lifetime channel.
I am glad that you're watching Lifetime Christmas movies. All she watches court shows and Christmas movies.
Lifetime channel still around?
Absolutely. Lifetime
ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Lifetime get views.
For sure.
What about you, Saquon? I'm sorry. What about you, Saquon?
Me, I worked.
Oh, word?
Yep, I worked. So I was riding around and getting it, driving, contemplating making diss tracks to pilgrims. That's about it.
Did you not have anywhere to go for Thanksgiving or something? Or?
I did, but like I didn't want to take that day off because I had taken the previous week off to do some wedding stuff because black men getting married out here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But,
so you DJ? Is that what you're saying? What do you work?
No,
I'm sorry, I don't know if you want to tell anybody that.
Oh no, I'm a producer. But I went to Florida like the previous week for with my groomsmen to get fitted and whatnot, and just to see them because I ain't seen them in a minute, and spend some time with my fiance because she's still in Florida. So
you're about to get married?
Yeah, but
he said all of this.
Yeah,
I don't know how I missed that. Like that just totally went over my head. Oh shit! You said my grooms. I don't know. I felt like it was for. That's why I said DJ because I thought you was doing it for somebody else.
No.
This is for your shit.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy.
It's all good if it goes over your head as long as you reach back. It's all good. You got it still.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Odell.
Well, congratulations, man. When did this happen?
It's in April.
Oh wow.
If we keep that date, because how things are. We've been sticking to this date, and then randomly she pops up on me.
I did not know you were
November
engaged.
Feels so good. You want to get married in November? I'm like, we have been telling you this whole time. But yeah, I don't want to bring my premarital problems here.
Yeah, because nobody cares. But
Yeah,
I know you care very much.
Yeah, we don't know, but that's cool.
But yeah, so I pretty much just worked that day, drove around. Apparently, some people still needed rides on that day. Bringing people to other people's houses. Regular day. When you an adult and really don't got family like that, your own family, these holidays just be a regular day. So,
but you still got your aunt. His aunt lives here, and he goes over there to get food.
I do, and she brought me some food that night, which I ain't gonna lie though. I kind of almost took it a little offensively because I definitely let her know. I was like, hey, I have to work today, so I can't come by. Because I've been over her house like the last 2-3 years, like since I've been in Georgia. She's my favorite aunt, and she cooks.
She
really
good. Very well.
Very well.
This aunt of his, I like this lady. She's a great cook.
I like this lady.
I tell her every time I see her, you doing a great job. Right. You can keep it up.
Yeah.
She would have had the food ready by 1.
Oh yeah, I know her. Yeah. Me and her, we cool.
Yeah.
We gotta understand it. If there's food around, you let me know. I'll pull up.
I think it was a year where you didn't have a car, you couldn't make it to your grandmother. So I was like, I think my aunt would be cool if you just come and join us. At least you'll be fed. And so then after that, she grew a liking to him. So I either will save him a plate if he's like not around, or I'll bring him with me. But this year I had to work, so I let her know. I was like, "Yo, I'll come by on Saturday, to get the food." But she was like, "Nah, you ain't gotta do that. I'll bring it to you." I was like, "Yo, do you not want to see me? Like, you not want me to come around?" Because she was,
hey man, she had her boo or somebody.
She had her son. That's what made it weird. Like my cousin, they rode from like half an hour away. They drove 30 minutes just to literally They dropped off the plates, gave a hug, was out.
They didn't even come inside.
They did not come inside. And it was raining outside. That made it worse.
They drove in the rain?
Yeah.
Nah, that's love, man.
They came through like at 11.
That's like a Christmas Thanksgiving movie.
I get it. I was like, that was a short movie. They did not want to come.
Nah, I mean, you sitting around, working, driving, moping and shit.
Yeah, that's the movie. That's the meat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then
cool.
that at the
end of the night.
end of the night, they come by. Yeah, bro. You had a movie.
You probably cried at the end and shit.
I should have thugged here, landed in my turkey. You feel me? But yeah, that's all I did. I'm just pretty sure Monty didn't want me to come around.
That's a good movie.
I was definitely gonna come over there yesterday, but she brought the food over, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll just stay here and not travel, see my family and whatnot. You know what I mean? But yeah, other than that, it was cool.
That's what's up, man. I normally let me say this. Because I know you mentioned your grandmother, not people coming around due to COVID. Yeah, everybody thought we was gonna have it at my grandfather's house, but he shut that shit down. He's like, no, he's like, y'all bring y'all ass over here. Yo,
not want that in my house.
My whole family was like, what? Are you sick? Like they was like really shocked. He was like, no, don't y'all bring y'all ass over here. Like, nah, he's like, no, y'all are not having Thanksgiving at the house. I was like, yo, that's some wild shit. So yeah, we ended up having it at my sister's house. My sister recently bought a house around the same time I did last year or whatever. So we ended up having it over there, which was cool because she has a lot of space. She lives by herself. So yeah, it was dope. I actually provided the turkey this year. Like I had this is the first time I really contributed like that to to a Thanksgiving for like a main dish like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I fried the turkey, man. It came out good. It actually ended up being a hit or whatever.
Fried turkey hits, bro.
Yeah, man. And I brined it and everything. So yeah, it was juicy. It was good. It was really good. But so yeah, and this is like my son's like kind of first real Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of young last year. But yeah, this year, man, he was like the life of the party. Like everybody was just getting a kick out of it because my mom came up from Florida. So yeah, man, it was cool, man. We had a good time. We didn't really do like any traditional stuff like we usually do, like cards and all that. But nah, man, it was just a good time. We did first time we ever did like what you thankful for too, which turned into like a really kind of like emotional thing because I lost my grandmother last year or whatnot. So yeah, that was another thing that was, you know, that was cool for us to all be together after, you know, the loss and everything. So yeah, man, it ended up being a really cool experience. We started around 2, so it wasn't too late. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good time.
Yeah, it was around 2. But nah, man, yeah. Nothing real crazy happened. You know what I mean? It just that what you thankful for turned into like this big thing. Like it turned into this big emotional thing. So it was like definitely a moment. My daughter had a moment. Even my wife had a moment. Like, yeah, man, it was just crazy. Yeah, it was a dope Thanksgiving year, man.
That's good.
Yeah, probably therapeutic too.
Nah, it was. It ended up being very therapeutic.
I really realized how trash mine was. My food came from Quick Trip. I got a good old chicken, bacon, and ranch flatbread. I was like, oh, I'm eating good. Happy Thanksgiving.
What you do anything, or you was working?
Nah, I just stayed home. My mom and my stepdad went to Puerto Rico with my youngest brother and his in-laws, because his in-laws every Thanksgiving they travel. And then they just have Thanksgiving different places. Oh wow! I put in time to try to take time off because I was gonna go too, but it got denied. So me and wifey just stayed home. This is the first time that we've had like a Thanksgiving that was just us. So she cooked. I chilled. You know what I'm saying? Drink beer, drink liquor.
She did like all the traditional stuff. Like it actually was like a Thanksgiving type.
Yeah, thing. Like the only thing I made was the yams. She did the stuffing. She did the turkey. She did cabbage instead of greens. And damn, there was something. I know I'm missing something. Oh, mac and cheese. And she made the mac and cheese. So everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? We had some red velvet cake from the Cat Farmers Market. You know what I'm saying? So it was mad chill. You know what I'm saying? It was a good opportunity for me to catch up on sleep. Like I slept. I didn't wake up till like 2:00 that day. You know what I'm saying? So just you know, mad chill. And I was supposed to go to my middle brother to his house after we ate, but literally the moment after we ate, me, my wife, and my dog, we all napped. We didn't wake. We started eating like around 6. I said we was knocked out by 7:30, 8 o'clock, and we didn't wake up till damn like 10 something. You know what I'm saying? So I hit my brother up, hey. You know what I'm saying? The kids still up? He's like, nah, we just put them down. I said, y'all still want us to come? He's like, we about to knock out. I said, I bet. Happy Thanksgiving. And just kept it, you know what I'm saying? But my shit was real chill this year.
Gotcha.
How you feel about that? Like how did it feel to have a nice, chill, you know, I guess somewhat intimate Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it was, I guess.
Yeah, different because, you know, 2 years ago is when my grandma passed, and every Thanksgiving up until that point, we were always all together. And last year was the first one that she wasn't.
Yeah.
And it was emotional and weird. And it didn't feel as connected. You know what I'm saying? And it played out that way this year. You know, everybody kind of went and did their own thing. Which I thought I would feel a type of way about, but I honestly didn't. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go to Puerto Rico because obviously Puerto Rico is beautiful, you know, nice weather, beach, pool, all that type stuff. But when my vacation request got denied, I was just like, okay, well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm just more so grateful for, everybody being prosperous and everybody growing, and, my family's growing. I got another, I believe, niece or nephew on the way. You know what I'm saying? So I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? Bank account good. Yeah. Wife is, somewhat happy. They ain't always 100% happy. So, I'm good. I have the things in my life that I wish I can move or change, but for the most part, man, like life is never going to be perfect. So, this one was a relaxing one. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So it was cool.
Yeah, I asked because I'm actually. It was funny that you actually said that you was planning to think about going to Puerto Rico because, by next year this time I'll be married, and I want to kind of go on vacay with my wife to be, because she's very big on family, but with that she's also like stressed coming around that time because like she's always has the responsibility of like being in the kitchen, like when you're a woman, the second you're like, hey, what are y'all doing? They're like, get in here, and it never ends, right? So instead of, she's gonna be over here, everybody's gonna want to come over our house. If Bloodbath's still living with me, I'm sure he don't want to deal with that. I don't even want to deal with that. That's gonna be my family. So I'm like, for the first year, we gonna chill. I would actually like to go to either Puerto Rico or like Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? Just have a one-on-one for this year. And then next year we can worry about, we might have a kid on the way or something. We'll worry about, dealing with the family and the hustle and bustle of that comes with being responsible for Thanksgiving. But for the first year, let's just relax. Let's make it smooth. We're still going to be getting in the groove of being married. Like, I ain't trying to put no extra stress on this. So, like, a vacay might be a good move. So that's why I was asking. It's going to be me and her.
Yeah. And one thing, and I know every family dynamic is a little different, but I definitely think that you and yours should have traditions. You know what I'm saying? You should create your own traditions as well too, and not saying that, you're excluding yourself from family, but at the same time, like if you start something, this is what you want to do, then I think, family should respect that too.
Yeah. And they will. Her mother, I had said it while she was on FaceTime, and her mother definitely grilled me every time I said it. But, she got to respect it. Man, the house now, you feel me? You know what I mean? Because they were definitely
holding his tongue over there.
Listen, I saved you, bro, because they definitely were trying to be like, oh, we're definitely coming over. And I'm just like, I didn't even realize I was saving you, but talk to me nice, son, because they could be over.
Talk to me nice.
They can come through.
All right. I wouldn't speak. They can come through.
But yeah, like I ain't trying to deal with that respectfully for at least the first year. Other years, my wife is a great cook, so I know they're gonna be trying to, her mother's a great cook, so I know she's gonna be trying to take a year off and be like, oh, I ain't gotta worry about it. It's all your problem. I ain't trying to put my wife through all that stress. Not the first year, so we might do a little. I proposed to her, proposed the idea of going on a vacay, so it could just be me and you doing our thing, stress free. Chilling, seeing some different scenery we ain't used to on Thanksgiving. I think we didn't, not that we ain't had enough, but like we didn't have a bunch of traditional, Thanksgiving. So let's try something different.
Nah, that's what's up, man.
I mean? So, but yeah.
Ken, what's up? Anything interesting happen with y'all?
He watched Ballers.
No, man. We just went over to the in-laws, your grandfather. Her uncle canceled Thanksgiving because of the rising cases and stuff like that. So he didn't want to put everybody at risk. So we just waited out another year. So the second year that, Thanksgiving apart from the rest of her family. Because, all my family's, my brother's here. I haven't seen him in a minute. But nah, man, I was just chilling, man. I probably had one of the nerdiest Thanksgiving I had in a long time because I was sitting up at my desk. Hulu, I think I was watching Inhumans on one monitor, and on the other monitor, I was sitting there just programming this this comic book app called Comic Rack to move and organize comics in a different way. So I spent all day Thursday doing that. I only got up to go eat. My wife came back, got the boys ready, said they were ready to go. She went back and I said, what time are we eating? She said about 3. I said, okay, we'll be over there by 4 because they never eat on time. And went over by 4. We ate and then sat there. My father-in-law had the football game on, watched that. And and that was it. Kendall helped cook though this year.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he actually wanted to help cook and stuff because he's at that stage now. He's like, man, I can't wait to eat and stuff like that because he's 13.
So he like Kevin. He like little Kevin.
Yeah, he was basically little Kevin. So so that's what he was doing. So yeah, he went over there, helped them cook because they started like Monday, I think. Just started prepping and planning everything, and then finalized everything. There were no turkey this year though. They just had turkey wings, which was a good call because nobody ever really eats the turkey like that.
Yeah, no, that's why I had to make sure mine was right.
Yeah,
really?
nah, bro.
Yeah, I ain't fucking that shit up, man. Yeah, my family same way. They don't really fuck with turkey like that. That's why I ended up cooking it. I was like, man, we gotta have a turkey. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
so they just did the wings. So I was like, turkey wings was a good call. So I ate that, and that was pretty much it, man. I think the other thing I was sitting there doing was. Again, just on some nerdy shit, I was just like, man, let me look up the history of Thanksgiving. Because I feel like this is some bullshit. Because it started, I was like, man, because I know what everybody says, and I know we're getting into this woke society. So it started with, man, what the fuck? What the fuck? The first Indians doing? What do they call themselves? The first natives are doing? What are they doing on Thanksgiving? Because I was like, man, we sitting here celebrating, eating turkey and all this stuff. Where the fuck did turkey come from? What kind of shit was that? So I was just doing.
What you find out?
I was sitting there in a deep dive, man. Like, the first one was on 16/21. Everybody was cool, chilling, hanging out. And I was like, well, when did they fucking kill these motherfuckers? I'm sorry, that's disrespectful. Yeah. When did the genocide happen? Like, what happened? When did the killing start? And, it was just decades later. It was like around 16, a little bit after 16, around 1635, 1637. And I was like, oh, because, when people talk about it, they talk about it like, it was just like they invited them over and just killed them all. It was like, nah, it was just, it took time.
It's a gradual thing.
Yeah, it was a very gradual thing. They still committed mass genocide because they wanted the land and they didn't want to get that shit up. So, but yeah, I started doing a deep dive because I started just thinking about it. I'm like, man, I don't know, this feels really messed up. We need to really start, because I know that conversation has slowly started to happen. So I'm like, what would it eventually turn into? Because I know America ain't giving this shit up. So for the Indians, it's they look at it as a or the first natives as a day of mourning, for them. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm gonna keep looking into it, man, because I don't know, it just felt weird.
I've seen conversations where people were like, they would like to shift it into like a celebration of family week or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
I feel like something like that's reasonable. Like, all right, that's cool too.
Low key, we already do that.
It's kind of shifted to that, but it's still like,
I don't think it's gonna get the official title. Like how Thanksgiving is an official title and it's a celebrate holiday and all that. I don't think they'll ever be able to dismantle that. But I do feel like the idea is already getting more out. Like you're saying, it's more out. People are normalizing the idea. We don't really celebrate the actual Thanksgiving.
Yeah, kind of like they're changing Columbus Day.
Yeah,
they're starting to work on that, and to the point where even I think politicians are starting to change their tone on it. So I was doing that, just being me.
I feel that. I'm gonna say that definitely sounded very you.
Yeah.
From what I know about you, I'm glad you stay consistent and on brand.
I saw you had bought a bunch of games though. You were just streaming up.
I took a break this week, which was like only Saturday really. And I just played all those new games before our Madden season is in a break because of the holiday. And I was actually thinking about, it's like, man, it's this whole week and I really didn't break like that. But except that Saturday, yeah. And then even after that, I still had to put together some furniture. So
we did do that too.
Yeah, so that was
we
bullshit.
Put together a bunch of fans because it's always something to be fixed or somebody was buying something that needed to be fixed. So then we was replacing fans in like all the rooms.
Yeah. So but nah, yeah, that's what I did. But yeah, it was just real chill.
Did I put a tree up?
My wife did. I'm not a holiday guy.
You don't like Christmas.
I hate Christmas, so my wife did all that. So yeah, I think we got like 2 trees up, decoration and stuff is all up in the house. So yeah.
Has she tried to change you, or like she knew that going?
Nobody knows
that.
Whatever. Yeah, you're the second. Like you're not gonna change me. So I'm gonna just. It is what it is. I'm gonna still do me. You do you, and I'll walk around. I have a Grinch coffee cup. That was sitting up. Coffee was hot and waiting for me, right? And when I walked around the corner into the kitchen, it was in the Grinch cup. It's my season, baby. So, but I don't, impede on them. I let them, have their fun, do their thing. I participate in areas where I'm comfortable with. How
do your boys react?
They're fine with it. Yeah, I think I went in that night and I was like, I bust in the room, boom.
You know Santa Claus ain't real, ain't?
So I already told Miles that, and Miles just kind of brushed me off. I was like, okay, well, at least you can choose to believe it or not. But I was like, buzzing in the room, I was like, y'all know what Thanksgiving is?
I knew something like that. Yeah,
I said, I would let y'all know. I said, these damn white people killed all the first natives and shit. So and I told Miles the same thing. He's 7. I said, I just want y'all to know. Like, there's some holiday, some bullshit. This is what happened. And then I walked out and they were like,
Colonizers Day.
That's funny as
they were like, okay, Dad.
Like, yeah, your friend Tommy, his people.
Right.
They don't have white friends. Kendall had like one white friend that he was cool with, but yeah, they don't have white friends. Huh?
I almost shed a tear when you said that.
Yeah, but
I'm so proud. I love this place. I don't ever want to leave.
Yeah, but nah, yeah, I did do that. I did tell him that. So again, typical me. But yeah.
I might not never tell my kids about Santa Claus.
All right.
I want that credit automatically. You know what I'm saying? Especially I'm cheap. I go through all that.
It may work, it may not, bro. Like these kids, they believe what they want to believe, and I told both of them, and they just didn't give a damn.
Because they got the presents. Because that's
at the end of the day, yeah.
I just want the presents. That's all.
But even then, they were like, "Yeah, I don't believe you, Dad." That was kind of Miles was like, "Yeah, yes, he is," something like that. He said it was very dismissive. I was like, "All right," I said, "But at least I told you. I feel better." Because I remember when we first told Kendall the truth. First thing he said, and I told my wife, "It's like this is gonna happen." He was like, "Why did y'all lie to me?" And I just looked at her. And I just turned around. Yeah. I don't even say I told you so because it's right there. You already know. Yeah. I just let it just linger in the air. Yeah. I was like, all right. I said, talk to your mama.
That's what I don't want that I lied to you thing.
I said, talk to your mama.
I'm be like, listen, I'm a preacher that's like Santa Claus is the energy of giving around this time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm Santa Claus. You feel me? All them presents, that's your boy. So talk to me nice. All right, watch your tone, do your chores, all that.
Do you really want your kid being the kid that ruins the fun when they go to daycare for all the other kids?
I'm gonna tell them to keep it.
I don't think they can ruin the fun though. That's what I'm saying. I think
there will be that kid.
There will be. Yeah. No, there is that kid, and there is that kid that's gonna believe that kid and be fucked up. But yeah, I think the others be like, yeah, you lying.
The messed up
most of them be like, yeah, you lying, you're a liar, and then that's gonna be a bad look on that kid.
The messed up part is if that kid was my kid, it would be hilarious to me. I was like, you told everybody.
But I didn't want my kid to be the kid to find out from that kid.
Yes, exactly.
That's what I don't want that.
So, you're not gonna be walking around gullible and shit. Then when somebody tell you the truth, then you saying crying and mad.
Yeah, you're gonna come back and look to you. Why'd you lie to me, Dad?
Nah, you're gonna hear from me first.
I can't believe anything. Are you really my dad?
So
I can't believe anything from you.
But now I also don't want to be like, the Debbie Downer. Like I do want them to have a part of childhood. Yeah. I do, I wanted my wife to make sure that she loves this stuff. So she have and enjoy her this is her time and let them have their time. Yeah. And I just chill, man. I just chill. I don't want to I want people to enjoy themselves and have fun.
Yeah, it wasn't that complicated to handle the lie from on my end. I didn't have to do it with my oldest, but the youngest, she asked that question like, "Yo, why did y'all lie?" I was like, "Oh, well, we wanted to make it fun." I mean, like it's. I said, I remember being a kid. I remember believing in Santa Claus, and I thought it was cool. It made me happy or whatever. So she was like, "Oh, okay, I get it." Like she got it. Like I just told her like straight up, like this is why I lied because It's fun. You know what I'm saying? It's just a fun thing. It's not like a like. Did you suffer from the lie? Because you got presents and shit, right?
Right.
Did you die?
Right. So yeah.
I know you were talking about having kids, but I'm just advice as a parent, being straight up with your kids, man.
Yeah, man.
That shit is like damn near the best way.
Golden.
Okay, I'm about to say. I thought it might be the opposite.
Nah. Being straight up with your kids, bro. That shit's real.
That's the way I want to be. Is straight up.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't even remember if I like had a big. I think I just put 2 and 2 together because my mother was like weird. She would have presents from Santa Claus and then presents from her.
Yeah, we did that too.
Yeah, it'd be like so. One would say Santa Claus, another one would say Tracy. I'm just like,
but see, that's what made it believable.
I told you that I wanted that. Like, how did he know?
Oh, they fucked it up.
I feel like I'll be like, yo, how does I'm like, because it's supposed to be a white man that come to our house. You know what I'm saying? Why would he come around? And I'm just doing the math in my head. I'm like, all right, the world is a big place. He covered all that in one night. How fast is this dude? And then if he's that fast, like my present's gonna break. Like, I'm like, yeah, this sounds like.
But see, all the media supports it though. That's what fucked me up. Yeah. Because it used to be like, I don't know if they still do this, but they used to have like a Santa tracker on the news.
Sure did.
Like, this is on the news? Oh, this is real.
Sure did.
This is real.
See, that's why I never.
The news reporter is talking about Santa Claus is here now. Like, what the fuck?
See,
yeah.
So I'm glad I had grandparents that watch the news. I ain't want to watch that crap. I don't trust them for my programming, so I ain't watching the news.
Yeah.
As long as I get my presents, I'm good.
Before I jump into common commentary and pass the mic, we'll get out of here. Omicron. Y'all heard about Omicron?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Oh. I heard that too. After he said, I'm going to cry. I was like,
yeah, it's a new.
What direction did we go?
It's a new coronavirus variant that they're concerned about.
Okay.
Omicron actually, it sounds like a fucking transformer.
Sounds like
a Decepticon.
Unicron.
Yeah, but it's the 15th letter of the Greek alphabet.
Yes, it is.
So that's why I got the name. But yeah, it's I've seen a few articles pop up. I don't know if it's gonna be like Lambda, and I forgot the name of the other one, which was of concern, and then it kind of went away.
Delta variant.
Yeah, well, not the Delta. Oh. Yeah, the Delta went on the world tour. Yeah, I don't know if the Omicron would do that, but Fauci's concerned. The doctors in my family that treat nothing but coronavirus variants are really worried about this one because apparently it can get past the vaccine shit. Damn. So yeah, it's just something to be watch out because if Omicron breaks through, we had the novel variant or last year. This was the year of Delta. Next year could be the year of Omicron. And we'll be going on our 3rd year. But people are actually going back to the buildings. I know the CDC reporting back in January. So when they start going back, that should tell you something. Now, if they cancel their plans, that's going to tell me that they really, really, really worried about this thing.
Yeah.
So
I'm all for a second shutdown, though.
For sure.
I mean, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm all for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if anything, you'll probably maybe get some more stimulus checks. But I know I just saw.
Give us the first ones.
Yeah. Well, it's really popular, so Biden will get it done. But I saw that on the Amazon show this morning that Gap lost $300 million in sales because of the supply chain issue.
My Gap stock has been doing trash.
Yeah, well, it's about be careful. But all I see is future money because all this shit. Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely look to get some once it kind of consolidates and find a good base.
Wait,
but yeah,
but Kanye he's with Gap. Is that Gap?
He has a Gap deal, but he ain't done his stuff really out like that yet.
Yeah,
so but I thought it went up. I thought it went up.
It did, but
briefly.
But at the same time, they got other stuff they got to sell. Mm-hmm. So if the other stuff they selling ain't moving, then investors like, nah, you're not making any money. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna pull out. And the stock gonna drop.
Yes, it is.
So, but yeah, this Omicron thing, man, this is just something to be mindful of and watch. I know what they're saying. It's in Israel, South Africa, Australia, UK, Germany, Italy, the Czech Republic, Hong Kong. And I think Mike may have picked the wrong time to go out of town, man, because they're starting to shut these flights down.
Yeah, wasn't they trying to tell him?
Yeah, so I hope you get back okay because one of my wife's friends, they're from South Africa. Mm-hmm. And their parents came over from South Africa, and they're going to be here because right now they can't get back. Mm-hmm. You know, so I hope the brother get back. Okay, but you know, just something to be mindful of. Word. Fucking Omicron, bro.
Coronavirus be acting like Goku, man. Be Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2. We are Super Saiyan 3.
I wish I understood those references.
Oh, you've never seen any of Dragon Ball?
Of course not. Why would I watch that?
Of course not. Ken, the disappointment right now. What's going on?
He's from a different age. So
my if it makes you feel any better, my son watches all of that stuff.
All right, you know, next generation gotta be better than us. Right?
So
I'll take that.
He even be trying to get me in there. He was like, "Oh, Dad, you should watch this." I forgot which one it was. It had a funny name.
They all have funny names to you because you don't know. I will say that some of them do have genuinely funny names. Yeah. But for the most part, they're going to sound like funny names.
Oh, okay.
I always thought that shit was stupid, though. Not stupid, because I used to draw the characters. The characters look dope as fuck. But nah, because it's just like they'll be in one spot for so long, just charging up and shit. I was like, yo, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is this the episode? And it end like that. Episode to end like that. Yeah. And I'm like, what the hell?
I know what you're talking about.
Very annoying. I'm with you, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I think that was just the way that anime was paced at that time. Anime is paced differently now to where they don't do whole episodes of niggas charging up. Anime's past that.
Now fights be 5 minutes.
Yeah. Niggas nowadays, you'll get a whole episode is just fighting now because they won't just have a nigga get ready to fight for 2 whole episodes.
Well, yeah, I was just talking about like that in particular, Dragon Ball Z in particular.
They will do that.
Bro, I was like, what the hell? I'll turn on the episode, a nigga be charging up. It don't matter what day it is, what time, a nigga's charging up. And I'm just like, what the fuck? This all they do in the show?
I can see how you felt that way.
Yeah.
But see, that's how they taught the generation patience.
It is.
Yeah. Once people stop watching that show, all of a sudden the attention spans go down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. You drop a mixtape the next month, they're like, hey, what's the new project?
That's how kids get their ass beat.
Yeah.
Talking about they charging up. They got a 2-piece in there.
Get your ass laid out. That shit ain't real.
That shit ain't real.
I remember as a kid, I wanted it to be real so bad. I used to go out and practice moves.
See?
Yeah, that's normal. That's normal.
But it's not like
Saquon was like,
but it ain't like wrestling, so you just gonna be outside looking stupid. I'm sitting there like, yo, I just saw a dude destroy a whole platter of land just going like this. Ha! So I'll be sitting outside. Ha! Okay, maybe it's the other hand. Ha!
Exactly.
Maybe it's 2 hands. Ha!
I think I was balanced enough to where I watched wrestling also.
Oh, okay.
So I knew that like the moves in Dragon Ball wouldn't work against real people, but then the moves in wrestling also ain't real.
Yeah.
So those also
work, though.
don't work. Some of them do work.
Some of them do. Yeah, I did a few wrestling moves on people back in the day.
But yeah,
after they advise y'all not to. See,
I mean, you know niggas don't listen. They just put it right in the front of the show.
I used to Razor Ramon niggas.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yo, with the razor's
bro. Woo. Man, shit back in the day.
I played it safe. I was
young again.
I slammed on the cushion. I played it safe. Slam on the cushion, maybe a suplex or a rock bottom. Other than that, and maybe a submission hold, which I thought them things was like fake.
No, submission holds are very rare.
I thought they was fake until I think my uncle called me a figure 4, and I was like, "Oh, this hurt."
A lot of hurts because
I was like, "Let me out."
Because the submission holds were a part of the original real wrestling.
Yeah.
Because like wrestling evolved from actual prize fighting, and then it was like we could make more money if we staged the fights.
Yeah.
And that's how it turned into professional wrestling.
Right. For sure.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, that's my shit.
That's the one he wanted me to watch. I was like,
you're gonna hate it.
That sounds really bad.
You're gonna hate it. I like JoJo's. You're gonna hate it.
Listen, it's better than what was that? Bo.
What the fuck is that?
That show's bad.
That is the worst.
That's the name of the show.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes,
it is.
It was Johnny Bravo looking character.
He was black though.
He was black. But his he used to fight people with his nose hairs.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You would hate that, and you're not gonna
watch that shit.
No, listen, I didn't. Even as a kid, I didn't like.
It was on
show.
Toonami. I had nothing better to do. My Game Boy didn't have batteries. What am I supposed to do?
You're gonna hate JoJo.
I had a Game Boy.
Who didn't have a Game Boy? That was normal.
Yeah, a Game Boy Color.
Yeah, I did too.
We was like, yo, this got color. Bro, I'm 30.
Everybody had Game Boys when we was kids.
At 30?
Game Boys came out in like 91 or something. So like they've been around for a long ass time.
I was a kid around
after Game Boy. It was something after Nintendo DS.
Yes.
Nintendo DS or something like that.
Yeah, that came out in like 02, 03, somewhere.
How old were you in 91?
91, I was 1.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
when I was 1 year old, my boy.
They've been consistent.
That's fucked up, by the way.
They've been consistently making Game Boys up until they came out with the Nintendo DS's. They replaced Game Boys with those.
Yes.
And then the DS's were on a roll.
They discontinued them in 2003.
Yes, so I was right.
Wow, I did not know Game Boy had that long of a run.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Game Boy had the market on.
I had the one that didn't have color. I had the OG.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The DS was shit. I thought the DS was going.
Yeah, my kid loved the DS.
DS evolved into the 3DS, where it was 3D and shit.
He loved that one too.
Then they switched over to the Nintendo Switch, was like the newest handheld after that.
They don't even play that shit no more anymore.
See, I was broke, so the last only handheld I had was Game Boy Color, and then I went to iPhone. I had no PSP, nothing. I was jealous of all y'all.
I never had a PSP. I had a Game Boy, then I got a Nintendo DS like years later, and then that was it for my handhelds. I never had a PSP.
Sega had something too, didn't they? They had
the Game
Gear. Yeah, I remember.
Yep, I remember the Game Gear. Yep,
my sister had one of those.
The handheld games, one of the things that made me contemplate robbing people, man. I swear.
My sister was living the life before I was born. She was living the life being an only child. Cause like she stuck all her old games. She had everything, bruh. She had a Game Gear. She had a Nintendo and a Super Nintendo.
The little kid came and everything.
Yo, living the dream. And she had an N64. She had all the games. Then I came out and niggas all of a sudden had to get shit later. It couldn't come out the year it came out. Niggas had to wait a couple years to be hip to the new games.
Yo, that's
my first
crazy.
system. I got that PS1. PS1s came out in like 95. I was only born in 94, so I didn't need to play PS1. I didn't get my PlayStation until like when the PlayStation 2s came out in 2000. That's when I finally got my PS1.
I about to say, did you have the actual like the box PlayStation, or did you have the PS1 that was the smaller version?
Mine was still the box.
Okay.
I didn't have the round. The round one came out later.
Okay.
But I definitely didn't get my PS2 day one. I remember my cousins did. They was stunting on me.
Shit. Oh, my shit was that might be the one bad thing is you had cousins. See, my shit was extra late. You want to know when I got a PS2? When I graduated high school, 2008. I begged my mother for a PS2. She held a grudge with me because at freaking 11, I gave away all my games, and she was like, "I'm never giving you another system ever."
That was dumb on your part. I agree with that. I wouldn't have waited that long
because I got bored with the game, so I was like, "All right, bargaining. If I let you keep this, let me borrow this." It was, bad business strategy in the long run. But
we used to trade game stuff all the time. I would never give my games away.
I was desperate for some new games. I was bored, man.
One more gaming thing. What y'all know about the Nintendo Virtual Boy?
I've seen it, but isn't that the one where
you remember that shit?
Isn't the shit where it was red and it wasn't the bad?
That shit came out in 95. This continued in 96.
That shit was horrible. I've only heard bad things about it. I've seen those. Yeah, I've seen.
You remember that shit, kid? The Virtual Boy?
I've seen.
Oh, I actually do not remember that.
Yeah, man, the Virtual Boy.
They used to have ads for that in all the 90s comic books because I had so many 90s comic books. All you see is Virtual Boy ads. And I was like, these kids were in for a terrible time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
Man, I found a whole case of comics. Well, they're the same comics that's always been up there, but I had to pull shit down from the attic. That's the other reason I hate Christmas. I can put all this shit down from the attic.
Yeah, I know I'm going to hate decorations.
I actually like Christmas decorating.
Just let your wife do it.
See, the way my wife is set up, she ain't going for nothing.
The way my wife is set up.
Everything's going to be a group activity. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you remember?
Oh, my God.
Listen.
Y'all new niggas, boy.
That sounded so bad. Y'all new niggas.
Happy wife, happy life, son.
I get that.
You said everything's gonna be a group activity. You realize
the way she's set up. Listen. Remember when I was remember when I was here and I was like, yeah, I climbed Stone Mountain, and you were like, why? You and Mike, y'all was like, why were you climbing Stone Mountain? I was like, I didn't choose this life. This life chose me.
He ain't talking about climbing Stone Mountain, bro. You said everything's gonna be a group activity.
Everything's gonna be because that's the way she is. She gonna want me to be a part of everything.
Still don't get it.
Everything. She know I got fear of heights. She wanna go what is it, hot air balloons?
My uncle just did that. He told me that my aunt made him do it.
Yeah.
Bro, I have a fear of heights. If I was where that vent was and I'm looking down, my legs will get squiggly, my stomach will start turning. She don't care about none of that. She's like, hey, hot air balloons, skydiving. I'm just like, why do you want me to die? Like Just leave, dude.
I'll check back in with you in 5 years. See how that's going.
Hey, my hair will all fall out probably by the time.
Anyway, all right. Well, that's gonna do it for topics this week.
Black love.
Yeah, I'm all for it. We'll jump into common commentary and a quick pass the mic segment because Miles is actually getting his second vaccine shot today. So because we have such a short shoot, I'll actually be able to go to it. He took the first one like a G. Like she sent me the video of it. Doctor put the damn needle in his arm. He just looked at the doctor, looked at my wife, and the doctor pulled it out. He was like, all right, it's gonna sting a little bit. He put it in, pulled it out, put the needle in his arm, pulled the needle out. He was like, oh, you handle that better than damn adults. It was like, you didn't even react or anything. I was like, yeah, so we'll see how this goes. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to read some comments from the YouTube, live YouTube, as that's what most of the comments
Y'all were in there, right? Or somebody was in there.
I was in there for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we saw hold it down.
Bloodbath be active up in there.
What they got to do?
C Har, which is interesting because I haven't seen his name on the Reddit before. May have a different Reddit name, so you never know. Love the episode. The long videos help with doing odd things, especially cooking for holiday. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the DEHH family. Yeah, I was telling people put the shit on the smart TV, man, and watch us at the crib while y'all cooking.
Cussing too much of my family to listen to.
That's funny because we literally was talking about that. Like,
we were.
I remember that. Yeah. I was like, I can't be playing this around my grandma. My uncle sure, but nah.
Right.
Oh, you ain't gonna prank your grandma with a sex game?
I don't got time to be messing with Barbara, bro. Anybody got time to be messing with her? She gonna live her life.
Not Barbara.
She lived long enough. Ain't no point messing with her now.
EMM3, just some feedback. Just said I'm not done, so maybe y'all fixed it, but I wish y'all had the food ready and heated, and then all tried it at the same time and discussed it.
That's what I thought y'all was gonna do.
Yeah. Well, we lessons learned. We'll improve on the process as we move forward.
Is it because it was less people here? Because like I know.
No. Yes. Yeah.
I figured that's why y'all did it differently.
A lot of staff.
I explained it to someone in the section, comment section. But yeah, this is a different setup because we only had one person working behind the scene.
Maz is DeLorean. This may have been one of my favorite episodes. Can't wait for the 420 stream. Wavy face. Sophie usually the least animated, but she really came through this episode. She hilarious. LOL.
Sophie after dark.
Yep.
Different Sophie.
Yep.
That sounds like a podcast name.
That would be actually
Sophie
dope.
after dark. Sure.
Yeah. You might just give her an idea, bro. It sounds like something right there. You know what I mean?
Yep. So let's see. Shout out to Chop Top's husband. To see that name a lot. Happy holidays, everybody. Just a lot of thanks and praise for the episode. Yeah, it's really dope.
It was different. I thought it was cool.
Athena J loved the Basquiat hoodie rock. Yep.
Yeah, my wife was saying people saying stuff in Reddit about it or whatnot.
We need to talk about B not eating mac and cheese. We need to really unpack that.
Oh, he don't like mac and cheese?
Nah.
He don't like cheese, so therefore he's not gonna like mac and cheese.
He's the same nigga that eats overcooked steak.
He is who he is, bro.
I was about to say, 'cause I don't like mac and cheese neither.
You also don't like real food, so it's different.
You know, I eat water and drink beans, so it is what it is.
Wait, is this the person oh, I see the person you replied to. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just saw that one. Sophie doesn't fuck with the zoo, but recommends place just never mind. Yeah, I think that's that was pretty.
There's a lot of people in the live chat.
Yeah, a lot of live comments.
Yeah,
but man, I was still laughing about FIFO and that werewolf, bro.
Oh my god,
that shit!
He tried to move past it.
He tried his. I wish he was still here. Because somebody put coming soon on the Reddit FIFO werewolf tamer.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Have you posted that yet on our Instagram?
I haven't, man. But yo, that shit about the werewolf. Yeah, that shit. Man.
He was so serious, and then he tried to act like he ain't said. Like, oh my god. He's just making it worse. He just made it worse. Yeah. Just this knowledge, dog. And,
that's that, man. Something like that. You were like, oh shit, yeah, I fucked up. Just keep going, keep it pushing.
Said it'd be cool to have a werewolf. I was like, what the fuck this nigga just say? Yo, me and Mike were dying. Well, you were dying too.
Man,
all three of us.
Bro. I was
done.
I was like, I didn't say that. Everybody in the chat was like, you saying the same thing. I was like, nah, man, that ain't us, bro.
Right, this ain't Ryan recording, dog. He can't edit that out, man. This is live, my nigga.
Yeah, everything's live. So anyway, but yeah, thanks to everybody that came through and everybody that's still
that was dope
watching the stream. Yeah, man.
Like we hit over 1K or something immediately, like almost immediately after it shut down. So that showed me how many people were anticipating watching.
Yeah, and I updated the title too, so I'm sure that did his thing.
No,
yeah. So So come through Thanksgiving, man. We'll have an official date soon, but I think right now tentatively is the 12th.
Christmas. You said come through Thanksgiving, man. We're gonna have a day.
True. You're right. Thank you. December. Come through in December for the Christmas episode. Right now it's tentatively December 12th.
Yep.
Subject to change, but we'll see how they go. But right now you can plug that on your calendar.
I'm trying to figure out something different for that.
Yep.
I'm trying to make these interesting, man.
That's the goal.
I think we've been doing a good job so far. We made them interesting.
Street's been responding.
So leave us some ideas. I know Sophie's gonna come up with some as well, I'm sure. And we'll all be brainstorming.
Sophie After Dark coming soon.
Hey, man, that probably ain't the one. Yeah, we had to shut people down, man. Making all those snide comments and shit like that. Yeah, some people said they left the chat after seeing that shit. But
that's crazy.
Yep. So anyway, but it's to be expected because that's just how shit go. So that's gonna do it for comments this week. We'll jump into our Pastor Mike segment where we answer your questions. I'm pulling this one from Reddit again. The Reddit thread, and we need a new thread, so if somebody can create one of those. But this is about adversity. So hi y'all, my name is Lula Mela.
Okay.
And actually added an actual pronunciation would help. I think I would have got this one though. And I come all the way from South Africa. I've been a fan of all things Dead End for over 5 years now. Started all the way back with Dead End in 2017 when I was in my final year of high school. I recently graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in software development. However, due to the impact of COVID on my country's economy, the job market hasn't been favorable to freshly minted graduates with minimum experience, and securing a job hasn't exactly panned out how I had hoped. I've been unemployed for over a year now, and at this point, doubt and an overwhelming feel of hopelessness is beginning to set in. My question to the crew is, what was the moment in your life where you faced the most adversity, and how do you overcome such adversity and manage to overcome such obstacles? Much love from the motherland.
Y'all want to start off with that, y'all?
Sure, I can go first. I'm literally in the same exact situation, so I understand what it's like to be a recent graduate and to not be able to get a job because everything says you need like 3 to 4 years of experience, but then there's no way to get 3 to 4 years of experience because no one's hiring you. And then to be trying to do that in the pandemic, it conflates it. So I completely understand. It's rough, really nice way to say it. At this point, you kind of just got to ride out with a regular job until the bigger jobs open up, or you might have to make one. You might have to get into your entrepreneurial bag, find something to sustain you that you like doing or that you know will become a moneymaker in the future. So those are the only two things I can preach at this moment in time, as far as because I know exactly what you're talking about. So I feel that's really what I would say. And just know that you're not the issue. It's more of the job market is the issue and the way the systems are set up to really only favor experience. So it's like you kind of feel like you wasted your time in school for years and you still can't get a job because they only want people with experience. But then the people with experience have been there so long that they're outdated. So it's a rough system. It never really makes any sense. So just understand that, and you'll probably find solace in that. Or I don't know. I really don't know. You have to have an outlet. So that's really all I could say. Keep hope alive.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'll probably echo the same sentiments. You know what I'm saying? well documented on our Hold It Down podcast that I am a member of Broke Five Broke and have been that for a long time.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a place I want to be, but you know, hey, when it ain't on you, it's in you. You feel me? So, but yeah, just keep up alive, keep on fighting. It's like the only thing you can do is just keep on rolling. You know what I mean? And hopefully we'll get past this, even though it seems like COVID just be coming back stronger like Frieza and shit. Like
how you guys keep your mental spirits up?
For me,
because I'm pretty sure that'll be helpful to this.
Sure. For me, I know that I'm a fairly positive person, so I know it's not really the same for me. I really only get down like only thing in my life that's not really going swimmingly is like I'm poor, but I mean that's normal for niggas my age. So that doesn't really get me down as much as like, all right, I understand that a part of youth for the average person is understanding that it takes a while to get like stable and steady in life. So that's the only thing that it didn't really get me down because I expected this already. I never was like, oh, by like 30, I'm gonna be a millionaire. I was never one of them niggas who.
So not being delusional.
Yeah, I've never been delusional, stuff like that. So I think that's what really keeps me up, and knowing that I'm building towards better things. Like I said, like I know that even though I can't get jobs in my field or the jobs I would like apply to and not hire me, I'm the kind of person where I always like to better myself in any way possible. So like if the money ain't there, I'll work on my physical or my mental. Like I'll try to get in shape. I'll try to do other things to like build me up internally. Cause like let's say like I always preach like health as well. So it's like even if I don't have the money now, if I take care of my body well enough, I'll be around long enough to get to more money. So it's like I try to think like that, or I'll work on more skills. Like throughout this pandemic, I've been teaching myself like other new things. So like I've been experimenting with OBS and stuff better to like try to like that's how our lives been getting better and better. Like I've really been teaching myself stuff that I know that jobs say like they don't say they need it, but then once you get there, they realize, oh, we didn't have a guy who could do this or a person who could do that. So it's like I'm all about building on skills and like trying to better myself. So I feel like the more that you teach yourself or the more that you learn about yourself and in general, the better you feel about yourself. Because like can't nobody tell you nothing if you already know it.
How are you dealing with the adversity?
I ain't gonna lie. Well, for one thing, I'm definitely about to seek a therapist soon. You know what I'm saying? Because the mental, especially these days, is crazy. But I say just like stick to what makes you happy, what you still have access to. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's only one life to live, and it's like sometimes it's things just out of your control, like the situation you're in.
Yeah.
So it's like also realize like your journey is your journey. Like I think one thing our generation has, I don't know if you have the same issue, but you know, we have a problem with looking at social media and people. You don't realize that sometimes you'll compare yourself, but you're comparing yourself to somebody else's highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't compare. Nobody's gonna show the bad times.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? You could watch these people that got millions of dollars that are actually successful, but they're not gonna show you the times where they might not show you the times where they took an ill loss, and they might be like, "Yo, I really shouldn't have did that. Like I might lose it all." Like you know what I'm saying? They're just gonna show you the bounce back. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to capture the ugly side until the success happens. You know what I'm saying? So it can feel like you're never gonna get out of this shit. But only thing you can do is just keep on pushing, you know, realize that your journey is gonna be your journey. You know what I mean? Like only there's one life to live. You gotta live it the best way you see fit, you know.
I also
get to know yourself a little bit.
I also say find joy. Like just find joy in the smallest things. Like I know like if I want to decompress, I really enjoy exercising, or like I'll just play some video games or something. Like you have to have some type of joyful outlet, honestly. Because if you can't find the joy, then it's only gonna get darker.
For sure, man. True. One like I don't even leave the house like that. But one thing I do that makes me enjoy just leaving the house just for a little bit is like I go to Chili's and just have some lunch over there. It's cheap, you know what I'm saying? It's something small, but it's like I feel like, okay, I left the house, I'm getting some good food, spend some time with myself, I watch a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like I can feel like I did a little something, and it's like almost a self-help thing. You know what I'm saying? Like discover one thing I want to get into, you know, a little when I have more time and my finances a little better is what do I want? Like what do I want in a life? What do I actually enjoy doing? You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be so busy trying to get to the paper that I don't even know like what hobbies I like. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody gave me $100,000 right now, it was like, all right, for the day, just go have fun. I'd be like, I wouldn't even know what to do. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm into.
Damn, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, get to know yourself a little bit, so you know when the blessings come through and the work comes through, and then you're in a good place, that you're not just work, home, work, because then you're gonna get burnt out
quick.
You know what I'm saying? So just make life what you want it to be. Ultimately, you have control over it. That's something I tell myself all the time. It's like how hard your life is or how easy your life is. You have the ultimate control over it. You know what I'm saying? You are the author of your own book. Word to Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? So
you just brought that back full circle.
It's always full circle. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just keep hope alive. Keep on striving. Keep on prospering. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come. It's gonna come through. You gotta believe that it's gonna come through. Whatever you're working for.
What's up, Jalen?
I know the producer of the show has stepped up to the mic.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just want to. I mean, I'm in the same, basically the same boat. You know what I'm saying?
Youngest boy, they
we are like, bro.
I'm glad y'all boy. Hey, look, this question came right on time, man.
Really
Go ahead,
did.
what you got?
Like, I second everything they said just now, man. Like, I just had a job and the contract ended, so now I'm looking for something else. But at the same time, people don't really like talk about the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like. And so don't feel like you're stagnant because you might see people around you like progressing. Like honestly, like for me, I find inspiration just coming to the studio, you know what I'm saying, to continue like and watching Rod's doing something he loves. Ken is in here doing something they love. You know what I'm saying? So that's inspiration enough, you know what I'm saying? And I know it hasn't always been easy for them. You know what I'm saying? I've heard glimpses of their story too. You know what I'm saying? So just because people give you all the highlights of what's going on in their lives doesn't mean you're behind, bro. Like, we're young. Like, if you don't have any true responsibilities, such as like a kid or a house, you know what I'm saying? Take healthy risk, meaning that like, if it's something you think is gonna make you happy, take the chance on it. You know what I'm saying? You can always, then that way you won't look back and be like, damn, I should have did this when I had the chance to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I talk to older people, ain't nothing worse than living with regret. You don't want to be that person that go to the cookout talking about, yeah, man, I should have did this, man. I know I could have done that. I could have done this. Like, take the chance. And if it don't work, it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? And do what makes you happy. Like, for me, like Kev was talking about health. Like, I've been getting into meditation more over the last year. I have a therapist too. Like, I'm talking in therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we all have things we dealing with. Like we come out and we put on a mask for everybody, but man, we got things we dealing with. But you're not alone in this, bro. Like this, it's a part of the struggle. You know what I'm saying? And we see millionaires all day on Instagram, but everybody ain't a millionaire.
Exactly.
Everybody like
most of the people scammers for real.
And not even that, man. When you think about rappers, like or anybody who has money, 9 times out of 10. They got a check and spent the check on what they're showing you, and they have nothing to go home to. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like they probably got a $750,000 check for rapping or something, and they spent $250,000 on a chain. You know what I'm saying? Or like life like that is like you don't need to compare yourself to that. You know what I'm saying? And surround yourself with people who aren't comparing themselves to that.
Exactly.
Because if you around people who think success is what is shown on Instagram, then you're just gonna be in that cycle with them. You know what I'm saying? So be around people who want more than just what they have to show people. You know what I'm saying? And that'll help you get a long way as well.
Every time.
That's dope, man. I'm glad y'all on here to bring that perspective. Golly. That's wild as hell.
Oh yeah, bro. There's so many people, their whole idea of success is just social media. And that shit is so annoying to me.
Yeah.
They be like, I need to be going on trips. Nigga, you didn't eat yesterday. What are you talking about? You know, like that shit is always weird to me.
That is a fact.
When people just be wanting to do social media stuff, like, oh, everybody going to Tulum. We need to go to Tulum too. You don't even know where that's at. Like, why are you trying to live a lifestyle you know that you don't live? Like, you can't be going broke to do things that you couldn't afford no way.
Yeah, and you ain't even really hustling like that to get that. If you say you want that, but what are you doing for it? You know what I'm saying? Like, a big part of that is also getting off your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I tell myself that all the time because I'm as lazy as the next person. He knows.
He really is.
He knows. That's my roommate, so he'll keep it PG. But he knows I'm as lazy as the next person. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell him shit all the time. Like, yeah, I'm about to watch what I eat. And then 2 nights later, yeah, this milkshake from Sonic busting.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like,
all he did was watch the food go in his mouth. He ain't watching nothing.
What you about to say, Rod?
Go ahead, Rod.
No, I was just gonna say, man, I was glad y'all brought this perspective because obviously Ken and I could talk from a different perspective. But manifestation is key. Speaking things into existence is key. And Dead in Hip Hop is a testament to that. You know what I'm saying? Like we started this thing and was like, nobody watching like that. You know what I'm saying? 50 people, something like that. Damn, it's my mom calling, but I'll have to get her back. But we always said that this is what it's gonna do. Well, Ken really made one. I believed in the idea and spoken into existence as well. Like, we're gonna be here, we're gonna do this. It's crazy, man. Like, we write things down and going back and looking at it, it's like, oh shit, that shit really happened. Like having a studio. It's what, 2013 plan, some sheet we had or whatever. We wrote it down, typed it out. We here. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know how we were gonna necessarily get here, but we here. You know what I'm saying? Because we believed in it, spoken into existence, kept working at it. You know what I'm saying? It don't happen overnight, like y'all say. Like you said, you know, it don't. This didn't happen overnight. Yeah. I won't speak to too much to that because I'll let Ken do that. I'll speak to like my personal experience, especially with it being school. Came out of school in 2005, college or whatever, with an animation degree. Excuse me. So it's all about being, you know, people say all the time, like, oh, it's about who you know, stuff like that. And I think you mentioned about, like, you know, you might have to work outside of something that you got your degree in. So you have to be creative with what your degree actually is. Like, what else can I do that will put me in a position to get that experience that I need to get, right? So I worked a position that wasn't necessarily directly tied to my degree. I was working security in a building, like an advertising building. I didn't even really realize it. I didn't even know, but you know, I said something to the right person one day. I was like, oh, that's what you went to school for? Oh yeah, come up for an interview. I worked security. I didn't know this was gonna happen, but this is just a place I put myself in that didn't have anything to do with my degree. I got up there, was doing something that didn't really have to do with my degree either. Like, I was like it was called a change facilitator or whatever. But I knew that I was still on a floor where I could, you know, move up and work within, you know, my degree. So it's just like, just being in the right areas and people seeing like your talents and what you actually, you know, are capable of. That's the real way. That's the real way you get your experience. You have to do stuff that's close to it and eventually gradually get yourself in that same circle or whatever. Just got to be in the right place, you know, at the right times or whatever. So that would be part of the advice I would give to y'all, anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like interning and all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? Like just in the right spaces, you know, because I think a lot of people, we get so caught up in like, oh, I don't have the experience or whatever. Yeah, you don't. And you probably won't get hired. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to do something else, whether you hear people's stories of people being janitors and shit like that, you know, like working in these buildings. And then people find out like, oh, you actually have this skill set. Yeah. Come holler at me real quick. You know what I mean? Or you just kind of have conversations with people. Just putting yourself in these spaces. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, that's what's worked for me personally until I got to the point where, you know, I'm just like, oh shit, I can do this shit on my own. You know what I mean? I can, especially in these days and times, like I can use my skill set for myself or whatever. But it took 7 to 10 years for me to get to that place. You know, I worked in the corporate world for 7-8 years or whatever before I'm in the place I'm at now. So yeah, man, it's definitely possible. You just got to keep believing in it and love what you do and understand that this is what your purpose is. You know what I mean? So if that's it, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You just got to make sure. And I know you mentioned doing stuff in your you know, it makes you happy or whatever. Be careful with that too, because you know, you don't want to get caught up in like stuff that just make you happy to kind of pass time, because you end up just doing that shit all the time and now you're not focusing.
That's true.
Another thing that helped me was, and this is all part of manifestation too, writing out a plan. Just write, just sit. I remember one day before I got the position at that building I was working security in, I literally wrote out a plan. I swear to y'all, man, it was like maybe two days. Yeah, for sure. I think it was like 2 days before. Like I sat down one day, like, damn, what do I really want to do? Like, what's that plan look like? I wrote it down. I swear, either the next day or the day after that, I had ran into that person and they said, hey, come up for an interview. And like, I was just like, yo, it was amazing. I was just like, wow, I just sat up there and just really just kind of spoken into existence by just writing it down. You know what I mean? And yeah, it just happened. I was just like, damn, it's crazy.
I mean, before we even can go, and we can decide if we're going to keep this or not, but shoot, the way I ended up here is just by like passion. So like watching the live videos and stuff and getting in the comments and being like, hey, Ken, like I want to do the audio work, you know what I'm saying? And him sending like his email and say, send him an email. I sent him an email and then I followed up And then like after a while, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go up there. I booked the studio session. You know what I'm saying? I ain't need no studio session. I just came to talk and get game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Came up here and then he was like, all right, well let's do a trial. You know what I'm saying? And then he allowed me to edit the podcast. Like allowed me to do one episode and manifested into me being here now. And I was taking this. It wasn't like I was coming to the studio to even help. Driving from Athens, driving an hour and a half away just to be here to get game, taking that sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, sometimes you take the sacrifice if you have the love for it, and now, like, I'm helping with podcasts now.
Yeah, that move alone has put you in a life-changing position, and you don't even realize it yet. Like, the stuff that can possibly come from you just making that and the stuff that we're doing, man, it's amazing. Like, you're gonna be able to tell a story one day, like, yo, that story where you are later, like it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. That's wild.
Yeah, it's funny, man. I've been through a lot of fucking shit, a lot of adversity. I credit my dad for giving me the mental fortitude to just get through it. A lot of tough times, but it took me 22 years to get to this spot. I came to Atlanta in 1999 to do my overall dream. And I said just on the show, but we don't have new listeners. Was to start a production company and put out movies and albums. I was going to use my computer information science degree to do that. Because I didn't need a lot to live. So I was like, man, I'm going to make all this money doing computer programming, and I'm going to put all that shit aside and finance my dream. Nah, it didn't happen that way. It took 12 years to start that in. And then another 10 years to get to the point where this is what I do. Because I got laid off in January. And I was like, well, shit, I ain't going back now. I'm going to take the leap of faith. So we just going to make this thing right. And Rod is 100% right. Like, I could probably pull up documents and stuff now that I've just written down over the years, dating all the way back to then. It started with just this idea in my head, this dream. And I'm a very patient man. And I had to have a lot of patience and belief in myself that it was going to get there one way or the other. And, it did. Like, this is my first rodeo being self-employed. I did it kind of talking about doing stuff that you weren't supposed to do. I have a degree in broadcasting, I have a degree in project management, small business management, and I have a master's in computer information systems.
All that shit works here.
But with all of that, I went from doing television and radio for 3 years to working in fucking mortgages. And I did that for 5 or 6 years. I started my own loan processing company working with fucking drug addicts, bro. Like, having to go to that to make this money to live with a fucking gun and a 2x4 in my car because I didn't know what the fuck was gonna go on that day because they may be on some shit. I've been evicted. I've had my relatives steal money from me. Where I wake up the next day, I had negative dollars in my pocket in my bank account. I went through all that shit, and I'm still here, man. And I've overcome that just by being just tough. I've had cars broken down on me here in Atlanta. No way to get to work and shit like that. I have all kind of shit happen, bro. And so I've been through a lot of adversity, and it's just it's here. It's having a plan. It's believing in yourself, and all that shit sounds like pie in the sky, but it's fucking real. Reality. Like, and whatever you're destined to do is gonna fucking happen. It looked like I was never gonna be able to live my dream, but I'm glad I'm here now. I'm glad, I'm super thankful, man, for Rod, because I wouldn't be here without him, man. So, I like, because he took it and made it into the reality. You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying stuff and doing stuff. But he put that shit down, man. Showed me that shit. I'll never forget the day. Showed me that fucking damn clip. I was like, man, we're going to do it. And, here we are, man. Like, it's a hell of a story of what we managed to do. We were fucking from nothing to something. Shout out to Altwan. Well, we got fucking Mick Jenkins. Nas, all these people watching us, man. And we, but it's everything that I've done, every experience that I went through went into this right now. And it's just writing shit down. Like every year I go into the new year, like what's Dead End's overall goal? Every time when I look back in the year, the fucking shit happened. Whether intentional or unintentional, it just gets there. Me and my wife, every year we sit down, we put down goals, personal goals, family goals, business goals. And then we look back and the shit just check the boxes, and whatever's not checked off, we're making progress towards it. So, and you had a goal in mind, and it manifested itself. Mm-hmm. And here you are, and the next thing I'm doing now is working on trading. It's one of the easiest and hardest thing I ever fucking done in my life. Mm-hmm. Which sounds fucking crazy, but if you're in it, you'll know what I'm talking about. And that was always a dream of mine. Like when I went to work at AT&T, I was only supposed to be there a month. I was gonna stack up all my checks because I've been living off unemployment. So I was like, I can eat fucking noodles and spaghetti. I don't need a lot to live, bro. And because I've had to do it before. And I was just gonna be there a couple of months, and I just saw opportunities and I was just like, oh, well, fuck it, I'll stay here. It just worked out because I was just gonna stack up a couple of checks and get back into the market and start trading. Because I had this guy at school when I was in my graduate program put me on game about that. I was like, oh, this is easy. And one of my professors, showed me that shit too. So,
you talking about Forex?
Forex was where I was gonna start. Yep. But my other one of my professors just pulled up Yahoo Finance. It was like, all this stuff is free, and just showed me the patterns on the chart. So all you have to do is just map that out.
Yeah, I need to do my research on that because I've been wanting
to. Yeah. So
while Ken's talking, I'm gonna pass around this. This is about 2013, 2015. This is immediate operational goals that we came up with. That's just a few of them.
Yeah. So
that was like about 6 years from that. Ago. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
that's just some of the stuff that we've written down before, but like it's kind of wild. That wasn't reality. Like the stuff on that wasn't reality. That was just an idea.
Yep. So yeah, and just that. But I said to myself when I was there, I was like, man, I'm fucking here for a reason, and it was to meet this brother. I met my wife there, 2 kids. Great in-laws. Like everything came out of that. Mike, B, FIFO, all of that, man, and met some great people there, and developed some really strong friendships. But just that intuition. My wife says my intuition is really strong. I don't follow it enough. But I was like, man, I'm supposed to be here for something, and I just let that happen, man. And here we are. So I think now for you, Lula Malelu, I know I probably fucked that up. Is yeah, I know times are dark. I know they are. And I've been in that, and, I don't know about your situation. But, it's just the situation that you're in right now. I would say that jump on Fiverr. I think Kevin is spot on. We are living in a period where it's called the Great Resignation, where people are finding ways to do shit on their own. Mm-hmm. You have a skill and an ability. Outsource that shit, contract that shit if you possibly can, because people will need what you're doing now and probably in the future, and you just gotta find the company and the person willing to do it, and finding other ways to take what you have and flip it, man. You gotta hustle that shit and turn that shit into something else that some other company will need. But sometimes you may have to do what you don't want to do in order to get to where you need to go. I think Dave Ramsey would say that sometimes you got to live like no one else, or you can live like no one else. Mm-hmm. And but like everybody said, mentally strong, mentally tough, and talk to somebody if you can. But yeah, write your goals out though.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah. So
manifestation is real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nah, it is. Yeah. So, yep. So anyway,
good question.
Nah, that was a good question. Yeah,
you come from behind the table.
Yeah, nah, that was a good question.
I mean,
therapy for me too, bro. Like it's good to hear it. Keep you going, man.
Yeah. We've been there, man. Both of us have been there, and we're here now, and that means that you guys, you know, will be where you're meant to be as well. I have no doubt at all.
Not for sure.
At all.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah, that you guys are gonna go on to do some fucking great things. So,
and I tell y'all all the time, but I want them to know I'm grateful just to be in this spot, dog. Like y'all understand, I go home and I'm editing podcasts, dog. Like just the idea of me just listening and being like, damn, I'm actually able to put input on this. It was the time I was excited for Wednesday. I was excited for that notification on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I was like,
it's reality.
I mean, it kind of sucks because sometimes that notification still come up and I'm like, I just edited it. But still, I'm just happy and grateful for it. So yeah.
I'd be grateful to be here too, bro. Like, the crazy thing, I used to watch y'all like really for like album reviews.
I didn't know that.
Like, I remember when you weren't even in front of the camera like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I was outside. I remember
basketball courts and parks and everywhere watching y'all in the car.
Like I used to real life like watch y'all when and just to get like okay, I know this project. We was from a small town, so it's like. I might listen to this project, but like maybe other people aren't up on game. I'm like, yo, what do other people think of this?
Yeah, that's
you know, and hear y'all break it down and be like, yo, I agree with them. And then others sometimes, you know, Big Sean drops something, and I'm like, I completely disagree. It's crazy how life works out. It's like, you know,
it is wild.
You know, being in production game, you know what I'm saying, just tune into the music. Then I end up moving in with this knucklehead over here. You know what I'm saying? He ends up interning for y'all.
That's
you know
wow.
And
damn.
I ended up coming through. That's why, like, even when I was just his ride, like I would just be here just to be here because just being in the environment is inspiring.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's just inspiring just to be here. You know what I'm saying? And then to have the honor, like that's why, like, even when I know y'all have like a spot open, I don't ask because I just feel like I'm too like it's humbling to be here. Like to
well, you fucking up, man, because you got talent in the production game. Nah, for real.
But,
yeah.
Like it's I anytime y'all ever allow me to be in front of the camera for anything, I'm extremely grateful. Man. You know what I'm saying?
He loved to talk.
We know. We know, but yeah, man, I work as hard as I do, you know, for everybody that works here. I really do because you know it's the way to freedom, man, and you know I'm grateful that y'all even invest y'all time.
Yeah, we gotta invest in y'all.
Yep. Yeah. I don't. My motto in life is creating opportunities for others. You know, I don't live a selfish life, so. But yeah, so I appreciate all y'all for real. All right, well, we'll catch you guys next week. We out. Peace.
Get out.